grits and
Start the
easy
recording.
cheese. I'll know what you mean.
Grits and easy
Rinse and
cheese? What?
easy
Okay.
Grits
cheese.
and easy cheese.
Okay then.
What? That's
All
very
right.
odd, but alright.
Very, very odd. So, let's see. Where did we leave off?
Who wants to do the recap?
I basically, you guys got a bounty on your heads, and my character tried to kill you for him, and then you got him instead.
Hell yeah.
It was mostly a fake bounty placed by illusions, but it worked either way.
I mean, hey, bounty's a bounty. The man wanted the money.
Can I automatically wait? Can I with the eye? Wait, it might already be in there.
Yeah, you already have the eye. You did that the last session, which was more than two.
No, but
Which
can I
was fucking
automatically
badass, I'll
see
be
the
honest.
bounty?
Oh yeah, you'll have the bounty board
Yeah.
canonically in there.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
You're good. Alright, so, if I remember correctly, you guys had just arrived on the ship. It's quite large. Well, currently in the room, like, 2 people are on the ship. Like, survey-wise. But still, you are now on the ancient battleship, where there is a giant tower of boards, a battlefield, a monastery, and a giant prison. Where will you head first? Oh, and then the stairs, of course, can't forget those. But those go down.
Well, technically, it's only me now since.
No, Dice
Well,
is here.
Dice is still here.
Yeah, he didn't die.
Oh yeah. Dice, I say prison. What about you?
A prison is a good choice.
All right then, we shall go.
As you enter the prison area, the rusted bars are in front of you that held all the prisoners in, and those are usually breakable.
This place isn't very safe.
Not very at all.
The bars are all rusted. And there's quite a few skeletons of old kobolds and swobolds, and you can definitely see their rib cages are extremely larger to a high degree.
God, they're on roids.
Along with other ones that are a mix between the two. Kobold body, like kobold skeletons, that slowly increased in their bone density size.
Is there anybody alive?
No. Not in this area.
I suggest we keep.
Well, that's a good idea.
The area around you is very dead. There's not much really there. There's a couple of old weaponry, like basic arming swords, long swords, broken flamethrowers. All very basic stuff.
Nothing of use.
Nothing of real use.
Alright, on we go.
Yep. Heading forward inward.
And in front of you are a set of stairs that go downward.
Is it into darkness?
Yeah, it's pretty dark down there.
Would I be able to see in it in the
Yeah.
darkness?
Yeah, you'd be able to
Alright,
see in it. It's a normal dark.
Alright, yeah, I'm going down there. I can see in the dark, thankfully.
I am, so yeah.
It's funny how only humans cannot see in the dark. Anyway, as you walk down, there are more cells, and then to the right of it are cryostasis chambers. that used to hold something in it, but have long since been removed.
So it's just basically a really old, one-down prison.
Well, yeah, the whole battleship is worn down.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hold on.
Alright.
God.
Okay, just making sure we're
Quite a
all
bit
here.
of damage.
Yeah. As you
I'm
keep
sorry for
walking,
myself to go into the news.
that's alright. As you keep walking forward, there is another projector. A little older this time. And a couple of old discs that would be played by the projector.
What's on it? Like, what is it played? Is it playing?
It's not playing right now. The CDs are like right next to the projector.
Can I slip one of the discs in and turn it on?
Sure. 1 through 5.
I'm gonna sit on the floor and see.
1 through 5? 3.
All right. As you load the third disc in the set, you see a scientist. He's elven by nature, but it's a little more what's it called? Very knowledgeable, and he seems to be getting a lot older. Seems ancient in a way.
So it's just the
Fascinating.
scientist.
Yeah, this is a scientist.
Am I able to click through? Is it like a slide thing where I can like click through them?
No, the recording's currently paused at the end. You have to rewind it yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewind it and watch it.
Yeah, we'll just rewind and watch this thing go.
Welcome back in. I have come through with another set of discoveries. Through ample testing of my good friend Azazel, he's let me use one of his cryogenic bodies, one of his clones that I had made for him. And I was able to deduce that, yes, this godly magic that they do possess is infinite and is able to be turned into a power source. It's quite the revolutionary technique. But they don't last forever. As a normal power source, they have to be nearby in order to keep it alive and running. As soon as they leave for too long, it will die out. And that's where that recording ends.
Let's listen to another one, and I picked the first one this time.
Hello, my name is Morel, the scientist friend of Azazel. He's a good friend of mine, and he's a paladin, nonetheless. He's been there to protect me, and I've been able to help him through with anything that he really needed. And he took out this minotaur the other day, absorbed its power and became a god, I suppose. And he wanted me to start working on an army. So I got a couple of test subjects that were willing, which are these kobolds. I did a couple of fitness exams and started beefing them up with steroids.
Wait a fucking minute. Is this just the creation process of a swobold?
Maybe.
Alright. I'm gonna go to number 2.
Through more testing of these kobolds, they are quite sexually active, which allows the creation of a great army. It is quite helpful. We might even sell off a couple of them. But the more steroids that I put into them, the more testosterone I have to keep putting in as well, in order for it to stick and bind correctly. And this, as he holds out a small little swobold with big arms. It's a little baby. This is the first breakthrough. The genetics have finally made it in, and they are born with extreme strength. It has the strength of an adult male at just the young age of 2 months old. And they can walk! This is more than anything else. We're making progress here. And then the recording ends.
Number 4.
He's a lot older now in this one. I've been needing to take a lot more of a godly ability in order to stay alive. I should have died about a month ago from a heart attack, but Azazel was able to pump me up with a lot more of his godly essence and keeping me alive that way.
That sounds kind of gay.
Yes, because he's been pumping into him. Anyway. It might not be long until I can't fully begin to start doing this, but I have been working on a lot of things. Advanced weaponry, where lasers are shot through, electricity, hell, even the weapons of the gods themselves. One of the old people of the group, Ash, had came through, and he left me with this. One of these orbs that apparently are able to control minds. I've been studying it for some days, and I should be able to replicate it myself now. And include it into other things, such as clothing, rings, weapons, staffs. Combine a staff and these spheres, which he called apples for whatever reason. Its power is unrivaled. Magically,
Drax
and physically even.
just gets the idea in his head that maybe he can combine the power of this apple with his gauntlets.
It's possible to try and forge other things, but these are the only things that I've been able to do for now, as my health has been fading a little bit. Not able to do too much without getting a lot of sleep in, or pumping myself up with drugs as well. And then the recording ends.
Number 5.
He's very, very old. Well over 2,000 years old at this point, when he should have died thousands of years ago.
Does he look like a raisin?
No, not yet.
What do you look like?
He does look very malnourished and pale. You can see a couple of his ribs, but he's still eating enough. It's just that his body is very much dying. And his left arm was completely cut off and is now robotic.
Oh.
And he's in a wheelchair as well.
Bro cannot walk anymore.
Yeah. Years of studying. I've been able to perfect the small molds to their highest degree. In about 30 years, I'd say they'd be able to go onto every planet and work as mercenaries, guards, anything. Their power is unmatched, unrivaled, dealing so much damage with a singular punch. My greatest creation is a robotic one. He's been enhanced cybernetically to increase his strength even further. And he's bigger. Way bigger. Along with the fact that steroids are no longer enough. They would need inhumane amounts of steroids to even attempt to gain any sort of strength boost from it. They already deal so much to an opponent already. They have spikes. Armor doesn't really fit them all that great. The last time we tried was with bronze, and that hasn't been used since the medieval period. They truly are a force to be reckoned with. I believe that they are perfected now.
They are forced to be reckoned with.
He has a lisp. In other news, I've been wheelchair bound for a while. The loss of a foot. I can't walk correctly. My arm has been replaced with a robotic one. I should have been dead 1,000 years ago. But no. Azazel keeps me locked up in his laboratory, studying more and more, and as I keep learning, there's not much else that can go into this head of mine. Eating is not necessary anymore. I've reached demigod status due to the amount of power that he's been putting into me, but it's too late for me to gain any real benefit from that other than immortality. At this point, there's not really much else to do. Azazel's been going down a dark path in his immortality.
This is the god we were. This is all about the god we were fighting, right?
No, the god you were fighting was Ash, the god of pestilence and plague.
Oh.
This one's the god of war that was on that one big ship that you started on. In the end, I've been able to take this damn thing and put it into just about anything in my room now. Even this godforsaken wheelchair. It's not really doing too much, other than small boosts and the lack, and I don't need to actually get it furnished enough. But likely the end of my studyings are already done, and that will be the end for all of it. Likely they're already moving this ship off, and I'm leaving my recordings on them. They'll be sitting empty for a while. Never go to war with the god of war. He will send out clones of himself. It's an awful thing. I've seen worlds conquered, destroyed, and blown to smithereens by my own childish projects when I was a mere young lad. It's a shame now to think about all the lives that I've costed. But it's too late to change the past, and it's likely that I probably won't be leaving this lab anytime soon for anything. These recordings are so far in between, and he turns it off. And the recording stops.
But that was quite the revelation. I guess we're gonna continue on. Not really much else in that room, is there?
All that's left is just old mechanical parts for random accessories for any actual mechanical parts.
Now I'm wondering if I'm gonna be able to get that apple and infuse it with my gauntlets.
It is possible, but I'd reckon it'd be a bit dangerous.
Possibly. But that's the end of the room.
I guess we're gonna go check out other parts now of the ship.
There's the monastery, the tower, the stairs to the actual downstairs part of the giant ship, and the tower. I think I've already said the tower.
We can go to the tower.
The tower
And then I
is
will
a
also follow the tower.
the tower is a very tall escalator with a code on the front. It's the only thing that's still in enough shape to actually function correctly.
So the door's locked.
Yes.
Can I try to access it?
Sure.
What do I have to roll?
Good question. Sleight of hand.
What are you trying to do to open it?
Sleight of hand?
Yeah, that'd be sleight of hand if you're trying to.
get into
maneuver your
the
way through it.
mechanical stuff, then yeah, I'll probably be
Then
slightly
yeah,
ahead.
sleight of hand.
Could just brute strength and brute force it too, but that'd be a bit.
16.
Yeah, that could work.
So do I brute force it? I just knock the door down.
Or get into the machinery and open it up that way. But yeah, either one works.
Let's do the machinery. I somehow get into it.
And then you start basically hot wiring it to force it to work with the correct pattern, and the doors open. It takes them a bit of time because they haven't been open forever, but they do eventually slowly open up.
Alright, going in.
As the doors close, now more smoother because they've opened, the elevator very rockily begins to start climbing up. It's about 5 minutes till you're to the top, and in there is a control panel and generator. It's a very large generator as well.
Like in the elevator?
No, the top of it.
Oh. Yeah, can I look at the generator to see what it's for?
It is a generator to power on all of the lights, as well as the steering as well.
Is it off or on right now?
It's off.
I'm going to turn it on.
Oh my god, you're literally a caveman. Are you allowed
You turn it on, it ignites with a bit of a red light, and then the red light fades out.
So it didn't start up?
Yes, it could not start up. Out of fuel.
I'm going to try it again, like one of those like lawnmower tactics. Like if you pull it just right, it'll turn on.
The love of man is crazy.
As you do it again, it turns on with the same red light, and then that red light fades slowly.
One more
I want to
time.
look. I'm gonna check it. The fuel gauge, if I can find it.
Roll investigation. And you try again on turning it on. As it turns on, the red light turns on as well. Slowly fades away.
Yep. I'm not trying to turn the machine on. I'm trying to find a fuel gauge.
No,
The
it's
shed
talking
turned
to
it
me.
on, yeah.
I tried to do it later.
Probably not, but I want to see what happens.
Investigation.
That's awesome. So you
21.
whether you want to
Yeah, you find the
but
fuel
you-
gauge,
Oh.
and it's in an unknown language, but it is a normal fuel gauge.
What language is it?
Celestial.
Oh wait, I can read Celestial. I think. No, never mind. I can only do common and draconic. Wait, doesn't Osimar get Celestial?
I don't know. It's your character sheet. You should have seen if you could again. But
No, I do not understand.
Yeah, I do. I know it. I
Celestial.
can read Celestial. I can read Celestial.
oh, sweet.
I
So
found the fuel gauge over here. Want to come look at it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and take a look.
as you take a look at the fuel gauge, it says no fuel. Azazel, Malamir, Ash, or Jesus are not all around in order to power it up.
Seems the fuel is empty.
Now here's a real bombshell thing. When she comes snapping.
And it talks of people powering it.
And then there's just the steering controls, but without the power, they are also pretty useless.
Damn. So there's literally nothing to gain for us being in here.
Currently, no.
Is there anything else?
Nah.
Alright, back to out of the tower.
As you turn on the elevator and hop in, it descends fast. And then hits the ground pretty hard.
With
It's still
Flash.
it still functions,
I'm gonna
but it's
myself
just,
with my
not
wings.
in the greatest shape.
I catch myself with my wings so I don't hit the ground.
Same. I'm gonna cover up.
Nice.
Both of us like seeing it drop, and then we're just like, "Yep, let's just not hit the ground."
Exactly.
Like minds think alike.
It'd be pretty awful to take all that fall damage.
Yeah, basically. Alright, where to next?
The monastery.
As you walk into the monastery, there is a lot of monk armor. It's older and not in the greatest of shape, and there is a central ring. Plus, the place is absolutely covered in dried blood.
Do I see anything that might catch my eye?
I want to investigate where I think the blood trails lead to.
The blood trails are all around the room and all lead towards the center arena area, where there is a statue,
A sacrifice?
a blood god.
I'm gonna inspect the statue and try to see who it is.
As you look at the statue, it is a much older god from a while ago. He hasn't been around for a while. And the
Do I have to
name,
roll for history?
and for the name, yeah, roll history.
14.
You don't know the exact name, but it is along the lines of Mechanhalia or Mechadalia. It's one of the two. I just don't remember exactly.
It's like on the tip of my tongue.
Basically.
Damn.
I hurt
So
my
it is a
arm.
blood god?
Yes.
Seems we have ourselves a blood god.
That's a bit of an issue. I'm pretty sure you do have blood.
Ooh. To be caught in this monastery. What likely happened was they were beaten to death and dragged to this circle. But my guess is as good as yours.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're the people that the blood's from are willingly sacrificed, but either way, they seem to have been regardless.
It also has
Is there
a pair of
Yes.
gauntlets, monk gauntlets specifically. They've
Are they
been
better than my current ones?
they were mashed together, spiked on the knuckle front, and have a good bit of protection, adding on to unarmored defense if you block specifically. Basically acting like a shield.
Is it statistically better than my my gauntlets of conquest?
Technically, no, but you can add the parts onto your gauntlets.
I'm gonna take them.
Nice.
Is there anything else I can snatch?
Not really.
My AC
There's-
is already 20, funny enough.
Unfortunately, yes, it is.
Is there
Just adding
anything
more
else in
damage
the
at this
area
point.
that looks takeable?
A bunch of old gold, basically.
Could I am I able to put the parts on my gauntlet
A bronze-
myself?
a
or
bunch
do I
of
have
what?
to pay someone to do it?
It's a bunch of fake gold that would be used to throw in it. That would be used
A bunch of what?
like fake,
Fake
gold.
gold.
Yeah, it would be thrown at people, cause a distraction.
Fool's gold.
Yeah.
Doom question: would I be able to put the parts on the gauntlets
How
myself,
much would you
or
say
would
I
have to
got?
pay someone to do it?
About 150.
How much fake gold?
About 150.
Cool. Alright.
And yes, you can put the parts on your gauntlets.
Can I do it real quick? And what do I add on to it?
You add on 1d8 of piercing damage.
Do I also get another AC bonus or no?
Just plus
Because
1.
of the +1 AC, so that means I technically have 21 AC.
Yeah. It's insane.
I'm gonna just change that now. Wait, I'd have to go through and like rearrange to see what I have.
It's crazy.
So what is my armor class?
Like 20.
No. How do I check it again?
I don't know. Good question, honestly.
I'll look it up. Ten plus Dex mod.
Ten plus Dex mod.
Yeah, I'm at 21. Yeah.
Huh. Wait, so where'd you
Because I
get
got,
plus 10 Dex from then?
I have +8.
You got me sneaking a fucking
18. I got 18 plus the 2 that I get from Jiff's. From the shield ring, I get a +2 to AC, and then I got the thing on my gauntlets, which is another +1.
Oh yeah, that. Okay, that makes sense.
I'm about to be your most overpowered
Sammy, you heard me?
monk.
Perchance.
I said, how dare you open the fucking window, sneaking eyes in for your sister. How funny. No, it's not ready. It hasn't even gone in the oven yet.
And that's just about it for the monastery, basically. Along with a bunch of red.
Alright.
It has a bunch of red banners as well that just have basically the ship's logo on it.
Oh yeah, Ginger, I do also need the stats for the shield ring whenever you get the chance. But we're going down now.
Alright. As you walk down the ship,
That can be done in text, because that way we can get them.
as you walk down the ship, you see a lot more cryostasis pods. Some of them empty, some of them have the bodies of Azazel, Malamir, and Ash, and Jesus in them.
Are they clones?
They are clones.
Are they dead?
No.
Can we try to find a way to activate them?
You can certainly try.
Alright.
Fascinating.
What do I need to do to activate it?
You would need to speak a specific
I'm
code
gonna
to them.
inspect around to.
It's a code.
Yeah. An activation code that you would have to say.
Can I look around and see if it's like written down anywhere?
Roll investigation.
Not 20, baby.
God damn it. They all are custom made, specified codes for each of them. And they're all innuendos.
I'm gonna just start saying them.
The one for Malamir is Michael Hunt.
Oh my god.
You have to
Michael Hunt.
a bunch of chiropods open up and out, and then slowly walks out a armored Malamir Blood Moon with a bit with some of the old monk armor seen in the monastery, but it seems a lot newer.
Do I recognize him from the thing?
You should.
From my last fight?
Yeah, you should.
Alright. Is the clone gonna speak to us, or
They don't have vocal cords.
lovely? What are the other ones?
Actually, I have to think of that actually, because I don't really know all that many.
Ligma. One of them has to be Ligma.
Yeah, that one's Ash. Ash's is Ligma.
Ligma.
Now I remember some of them. All of the ones with Ash come out. They're wearing a complete set of dark robes with an obsidian staff.
Damn.
They are a little tall too.
A little tall.
Well, yeah, they're about six. They're about 6'5". Now,
I'm gonna keep looking at the other codes.
Sir Jesus is Imagine Dragons,
Imagine Dragons.
and they all come out. White armor with a
Imagine
golden
dragging these nuts.
inlay.
These nuts.
And the last one.
Azazel's
Imagine dragging these nuts.
Azazel's is 8 = D.
8 = D.
And out comes
Hey, equal these nuts.
Azazel. Black armor, little chainsaw sword, but not as a great sword, just a normal one. They're all just kind of standing there.
Are they like waiting for us to talk to them?
Waiting for command.
I want you to power this ship.
As they all start walking around the ship. Well, they start into a formation and then walk up the stairs. It takes about 5 minutes, and then the lights turn on.
Oh, so it's like my personal servants?
They only exist on the ship, really.
Oh, but they're still like my personal servants.
Essentially.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So technically if I wanted to, I could ask them to steer it.
They could, yeah, but they're not going to be steering it the greatest.
True. Is there anything else in the room?
Walking further down, there is another projector.
How many discs?
About 6.
Alright, in goes number 1.
Number 1 is a recording of Malamir Bloodmoon. He is in a different armor than the monk armor, which is this sleek black armor that has a purplish and reddish glow.
What is he saying?
Is this thing rolling or something? Oh, yeah, it already is. Hello. I'm Malamir Bloodmoon, the god of death. And this is the SS Godslayer. It's quite the name, I know. We
I
are-
cringe at the name.
Yeah, it's quite the name, we know. This thing's old and was pre-named before we got it, and we couldn't come up with anything better. It is
Could've come up with
quite...
1,000 better different names.
It's quite the ship. It has a multitude of cannons, a ram, even its own auto flight. However, we haven't gotten that to work just yet. It's busted, finicky. But either way, we're good. We're mostly good sailors. We're able to pilot her just fine. We've taken her from world to world, conquering as we see fit. It's pretty fine. We had a couple of dogs too, actually. They're mutts. But either way, big flying mutts, I should say. They're able to carry a good number of the army. The Swobolds, as they've been called to. And they keep getting improved upon with even more drugs, testosterone, and whatnot. We've been needing to go through a lot of that. And the smell of the orgy pile is still fine from down here somehow. Whatever. I'm still mad about that because it is everywhere. Anyway. Either way, we are on our way to this next world. One of 4 kingdoms and a bank, which counts as a kingdom apparently. Possibly an update then. And then the recording stops.
In goes number 2.
The second one goes in, and it has Jesus. Hello, I'm Sir Jesus. I've come along onto this trip, finding more types of cheese. Yeah, that's kind of it. Essentially, we've been on our own path, conquering as we see fit. It's fine. There's this one world. We'll mark it on a map, possibly. And, that, they've told me, should have plenty of cheese for me. And then the recording ends.
Number 3.
Number 3 goes in, and it is Azazel. He just kind of looks at the camera, menacingly, for about 30 seconds. And then the recording stops.
Oh, fuck. Number 4.
Number 4 is Ash. As he speaks, nothing comes through. He seems to be excited about something, and holds out.
Can I try to read his lips?
He's speaking so fast that it is impossible to read his lips.
Damn.
He pulls out the sphere, and it lights up, and then turns off.
Is it the sphere that I have?
Yes.
I'm gonna try to incorporate it into my gauntlet. Or my gauntlets.
He then just pockets it, looks at the camera, touches it, and then says, "Oh, god damn it, I just realized I was fucking muted." And then the recording stops.
The next one.
This one has a random Swobold, a little baby one, and it's a timestamp of it just sitting. As it just sits there, it slowly grows, and then grows, and then its arms extend and become a lot bigger. And
Is
it
this
kind
a
of
fucking time lapse of a growing Swobold?
maybe it sits there, and then it lays back down, and then the recording ends. That would be the death.
Damn. Next tape. Last tape, I believe.
It is the last tape, and it is just a recording. Like a... not a VHS. What are they called again? Security footage, yeah, that's it. Security
Yay,
footage.
we're going into analog horror.
It is security footage of the 4 areas: the prison, which is pretty much empty, the elevator, which is also empty, the monastery has a couple of people fighting in it and punching each other very hard, spewing blood everywhere, and then the stairs.
We play a FNAF in this bitch.
And then a secret set of stairs that are in front of a wall leading to the main captain's quarters, with Azrael clicking in a set of numbers that is somewhat visible, and then the door opens up.
See it?
You can only see...
Wait, the door opens for us?
No, the door opens on the security footage.
Okay.
The door opens, and then he walks up the stairs, and once he's out of sight from the security cameras, it turns off.
Can I try to put in the code and try to guess?
You go to the area where the footage was seen putting in the code, and you only know the right side of it. 96339. And then there's a couple of extra numbers on the middle and the right.
Oh, that shit.
And it's a 4-digit code. Actually, no, wait, not 4. 6. Because if it was 4, then the numbers on the right would have only been the actual answer.
Yo, so we done with the tapes on that?
I mean, he said he was going over to the thing,
Then he muted.
and then he muted, yeah.
Hmm. Are we still in the same room, by the way? Like, are they, like, still in the same room?
Yeah, this was like at the top of the stairs to coming down.
Oh my god, we
basically.
haven't moved for 30 minutes. Brother, we have not moved out of this room for 30 whole minutes, maybe 45, no, 50 minutes now.
9963, is that the first 4 that I have?
That's the last 4. I'm giving you a clue because
Alright,
it's
I'm
blank, blank, then 99643.
I'm getting another soda, this is gonna be a while.
I'm gonna look for any like numbers around the place. See if I can, you know.
Roll investigation.
Sprite this time. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What if I told you I got a net?
You just look around the blank room, which is basically, and then you just kind of know it.
You kind of know it. I put it in.
See, yeah, you just put 759963. That's the answer.
Hold up. I'm gonna take my headphones out real quick. I'm getting more to eat.
Shit, please. Move.
It's a giant battleship. They technically have moved, but they're still on the area.
It's a freaking battleship, but we're in the same spot.
In a nutshell, this next spot is supposed to just be the
Shine
actual
bullet!
movie.
I'll be so real. It ain't even your fault, but I am like shrunk meaning right now.
Honestly, I didn't think going through the battleship would be that hard. I should have like actually scripted some of this shit.
You see, here's the thing, right? Just throw. I want to see how long he takes to open a door. Like, you know how Critical Role, they have that, like, bit where, like, a door is always the worst enemy?
New anime. Okay, I'm back. I got my food.
Yo, Shen, respectfully, we gotta move, brother. We've been sitting here for 50 minutes.
It's diabolical. Yeah.
Alright. Let's go in the captain's quarters.
Inside, the doors open as you put in the code, and there's a giant, long set of stairs.
Guess we're going down now.
Not down, up.
Guess we're going up.
It takes you about 5 minutes, and you get to the top of the stairs. And in there is the full steering and the power system, as well as a part of a laboratory and a torture chamber.
Oh, lovely.
Yep.
Ah,
But
Is
this
there a
is
preset destination?
the preset destination is to this one world.
Yes, this one world.
Yes, that's exactly it. There's not that much information on it. It was just on a dead set course to just kind of float towards there and just crash.
So, like, the information is sort of encrypted in a sense?
The information is not encrypted, just doesn't exist.
I was about to say, was it, like, redacted, just NDA?
Yeah, they just kind of didn't write in any information.
Alright, so it's literally just following coordinates with no set path. It just happens to be in the way of a planet. Got it.
Yeah, basically. But with the ship powered on by the clones, it is able to actually give still no information, because, yeah.
I mean, hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, basically. But it is able to be flown now at this point.
Yeah.
Quiet.
It's a big ship, and it's able to fly at about 60 miles per hour. It's putting in a lot of effort.
That is pretty slow.
I mean, for a big ship, it's like a semi-truck.
True.
So, we shall go off to this planet.
We are
Off.
going to that.
Yep. As it flies, eventually you reach there. Arrived at your destination. Planet number 443258. And
Does it have a name?
no real name. It's just a set of numbers to this. And then so, shall you enter the planet?
Yes.
As you go down, it is a large jungle area, but it is still populated. By dinosaurs, that is.
Oh, lovely.
They are sentient rather than mindless. And that actually takes us to Ginger. What's your character doing?
Wait, what do you mean, my character? I'm not with them yet.
We're gonna do a meet in the middle.
well, yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh! Okay, real quick, describe the room setting.
It's a planet that is basically a jungle, but it is also very urban-esque.
Okay, got it. So it's sort of like taken over by nature sort of thing?
Yes.
Alright, got it. Are they on it? Are they meeting me, or am I just telling you what the fuck I am?
Yes.
Like, we just entered, like, the atmosphere and touched down.
Alright, well, basically the entire world you're seeing, it's almost like a giant marsh or swamp. The sky is almost yellow, like you're in one of those, like, Mexican Badland movies, but it's overrun with, like, a haze of, like, green mist, as, like, the vines and the trees and the overgrowth sort of overtake it, and, like, you can hear mosquitoes buzzing, cicadas hissing, and you can hear, like, the low rumbles of what seem to be larger creatures that just sort of form silhouettes in the distance. Meanwhile, it's sort of overrun by these broken, busted down skyscrapers, pavilions, just all these giant buildings that used to be full of, like, business, life, all of that, and it's just overrun with, like, greenery, vines, giant mushrooms, and what seems to be a palm sticking out through the wall that overgrew through one of the big skyscrapers. You don't really notice a lot of energy. It's mostly just one of those countries that used to be urban, but then something kind of happened to it, as you can see sort of debris from, like, giant rocks and smoldering ash. Something must have hit the planet and sent it into this sort of what I can only describe as a prehistoric state, as you sort of walk through the icky marsh with all the tall grass, cattails, and bugs flying around y'all. And the occasional 10-foot tall lizard.
Mm.
And by lizard, I mean it's more than likely a dinosaur.
Damn.
But that's pretty much where you are.
There's quite a few big things here.
It's disgusting.
I will say, the main populace is, like, from what you can see right now, the main populace walking around you all is a bunch of, like, different varieties of thrycreen. These weird bug-looking people. You can see, like, some look like ants, some look like cockroaches, some look like cicadas, dragonflies, and some even resembling forms of praying mantis as they sort of walk around. They almost civilized? In a way, they do have their own culture. It's just that their culture is, like, vast in all this greenery. They've sort of updated their more primitive style, and you'll also see, like, the occasional what look to be dragonborn with a more primal-esque to them. That's pretty much, like, what you'll get from the citizens around here. There you go. And away until you find me.
We wanted to know what you were doing.
Okay, well, I wouldn't really be in the cities like this. You would have to travel a bit out further than that. I will say that
Alright,
much.
I guess we're walking through the city.
You'll more than likely
To be fair,
find
that's
me when
exactly
you see
what
those.
I'm doing.
Yeah, you'll more than likely see me past those giant silhouettes that look like trees, but are definitely, from what you've seen so far, some larger forms of life. As you hear a giant, like, shriek in the distance, almost like. You can hear, like, sort of a growl in the distance. This place is obviously inhabited by large pterosaurs and other, like, varieties like that, as I've stated before. So if you're gonna find me, I'll let you know right now, you're gonna find me out there.
Yes, we're going out into the wilds.
To the wilds is where you shall find it.
Yes, and I point to, like, the wild areas. I want to see what lives here.
As you look around, there is plenty of bugs, as stated. And a couple of dragonborn. They are selling stuff as well. It's just not stuff you're used to.
Can any of them infuse an item with a weapon?
There is
I
a
would say in
blacksmith.
the current state, the best way that they could do that is with sap and vines.
Yeah, basically. There's a
A very
blacksmith that can.
minimal understanding of technology. Unless you
should
find someone
probably wait till my
specialized.
turn.
It is more primitive.
Yep.
Alright. Do I see anything around me?
Other than trees
Specifically-
and broken houses and landscapes of old brick and whatnot. That's basically it. There's a
Where
couple
you're
of
at the moment is more of like a rundown civilization covered in like tarps and giant markets. It's almost sort of like a mix between India and China. The way the things are learning like really fast. It's very bustling, despite the very odd set population, along with the stench of their musk sort of filling your nose. Although you can see there is a clear path dead forward to where the real foliage and like the real allure of the planet will come in its big form of game hunting.
Yeah, that's where we're going.
all around you, you've got a couple of stuff that are wanting to sell to you. Great advertisements, but they're selling fish and lesser bugs.
Some of them covered in still mud. Still
That's
like
it.
very muddy, like bog fish.
Yep.
Ew.
Yeah.
It seems to be a delicacy for these people, along with fish shit, which is just caviar for bugs. It's just caviar in general.
It's gonna be like that fish is probably like caviar to these people.
No, like fish shit. Like the stuff that comes out of the rat. Anyway. Alright,
Yeah.
so are you gonna keep moving forward?
Yeah,
Sorry, I kind of overtook DMing a little bit there, but you did ask me to describe it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a perfect way. Plus, I'm making my food.
We is
Hell yeah.
moving forward.
I'm the fucking god.
Imagine if your first encounter with Ginger's character is a fight. That'd be funny.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Yeah, we're moving forward. Where to?
Well, that's kind of for you two to roleplay and figure out.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna fly along the trees.
Hell yeah. We will do that. We'll fly along the trees.
Y'all gonna like conversate or anything? What's up? What's going on?
Tis awfully boring and gray while flying amongst these
I know.
trees.
Alright.
Wait, hold on. Doom, are you with them?
No. We're just making food.
Here.
What are you doing on your way there?
I know Drax is gonna be fiddling with the eye that he recently got from Jif, cause it's Jif.
There's a lot of greenery here. The nature's kind of overtaken what used to be here. Seems.
Wait, what?
There's a lot of greenery here. Seems to have overtaken whatever was here before. I wonder what happened.
Way too much for my liking. We're used to seeing terraformed planets. None really with greenery like this. Planets like these would probably be turned into lumber yards and eventually mines under my planet's empire. No more banter?
Well, as long as they were doing it in a way that actually worked well, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, some would say our methods are unorthodox, to say the least. But once under our protection, they usually live in perfect harmony with each other. Any wars they might have had, gone.
Yeah, I don't always believe that.
Alright. Really quick, as you two seem to be flying past, you do notice that the trees are actually getting so tall that flying over them would logistically be a hindrance. So, if you do choose to fly, it will be a bit of a difficulty maneuvering around them with how twisted and how many vines there are. So honestly, the way it looks, the ground does look like a faster route and much safer.
Yeah, let's go on the ground.
Oh, I am flying along tree lines, so I'm not above the tree.
Yeah. Okay, are you above the trees or are you below? Or are you like at the trees?
I'm along the tree lines, like going along logs, going through and shit.
Okay, yeah. Well then, Shen, you would lower down to their height.
Yeah.
And as you do get lower, you do get a better glimpse of like the area around you. It is surprisingly not as musky and dirty as the city, with none of those quote parasites walking around. There was a lot more mud. Some of it does seem to be bubbling. There's some giant frogs. You do see some variety of small raptor feasting on like giant rats, sort of things like that. It seems that everything here is sort of in like a reverse, despite being such a primal state of like prehistoricism. Although you do spot one thing that catches your eye. You spot the skull of what appears to be a triceratops, just on the ground, still with some flesh peeling off of it. In fact, a big chunk of it sort of slides off of their giant crest shield and just splats into the ground.
Yeah.
So something was here recently, and it was something big. Out of that, or something very capable. Out of that, one of the two things, it does seem to ring out to you that this is, in fact, not as safe as you originally intended it to be, despite your many hardships. Still, you can press forward. And it is actually encouraged to, as you do hear like the cries of what sounds like a man, like almost war crying, with like a slight bit of like a growling screech at the end of it, with a sort of rasp. You do hear that like at least echo twice with how loud it is, and you can tell it's at a distance. And it is ahead from where that skull was, followed by a giant, deep rumbling roar that would paralyze a human.
Jeez. So we just hear like a dinosaur being murked.
No, not being murked, but necessarily. You hear a man yelling, followed by this.
Yeah, in that direction.
Yeah. You basically just hear that, followed by like the man's shriek.
Damn.
Shane, how you two feel about
I'm
that?
heading that direction.
Just very casually. Oh, well, that seems lovely.
Oh yeah, it does, to be fair.
Perhaps another capable fighter.
How fast are you two flying forward?
30 feet?
Okay, well, no. I mean, like, how fast are you going? Would you say moderately, or are you sort of like a sprinting pace, or are you faster than that?
That's faster than that, definitely.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you two are just zooming through these woods, leaving every single little vine, tree, and creature that seems to get in your way. And you start to notice the deeper you go, the bigger the creatures get. You start with velociraptors, then you go to like Giganotosaurus, and then you eventually even find a T-Rex. But you still keep going. Despite everything you've seen so far, even that something as large as a Tyrannosaur, you still keep pressing forward, and everything just seems to get bigger the closer to the center of this giant mass you get. In fact, you notice, as you get closer, it seems to be sort of like a giant hump, or like a hill, with a ginormous opening blocked by trees and large vines that seem to have grown naturally to almost like define entrance. Although it was not man-made, and you could tell it by the way the stalactites form at the very top, and the sheer amount of blood around the area, followed by webs.
Did we just find
Giant webs.
Did we just find like a mountain-sized dinosaur?
No. Not necessarily. Also, really quick, what's your guys' passive perception?
What?
Passive perception. 10 plus your perception score.
10 plus perception?
No, just really quick.
15.
15.
15.
16.
1615, right? Did I hear that correct?
Yeah.
Yep, 1615.
Okay, great. So, Dice, your character will see this first with their sort of more trained eyes, with you flying in the skies, being more of a predatory hunter. You do notice that along these giant webs, they don't really seem to be made of like a smooth silk that you would be able to walk on. It seems that no matter the size of the creature, big or small, not only would the tendons not snap, you would get stuck to it if you placed even a singular toe or finger on it, not being able to break. And you can tell just by the formation of it that it would send ripples all the way down that cave, as it's tied to a stalactite all the way at the ceiling top, which seems to be the biggest one and the most resonant. And again, you can hear, Shen will hear this one too. You'll hear the sound of the man followed by another high-pitched shriek. Sort of almost like a click, like in a way, just.
Damn.
So, I will straight up tell you right now what you're going to enter the cave of is a giant spider den, basically. And from the looks of it, there are multiple.
Yay.
I gotta get to that level.
Follow the spiders.
Gotta get to what level? No.
To your level of fucking rule of action like that. That's on.
Brother, I'll be so real. I've been improvising all this.
That sounds real.
So, find a giant spider stat block real quick.
Find a what?
You might want to find a stat block.
Oh, that won't be too hard.
A sand block?
A stat block. Oh, and find multiple. I predict there's at least 3 or 4 giant ones in there. One big kahuna, and then like 3 babies. Anyway, fellas, are y'all going in the cave? What's your characters doing? What's y'all notice, wonder?
He kind of looks disgusted.
Oh,
at
that's
the
okay.
spiders
Is it terrifying?
that are heading in.
Doom just sending the fucking limbo gift, Jesus Christ. So sorry. You two can roleplay, like, going into this cave and figuring out what the fuck is going on.
What's the inside of the cave like?
Roll investigation.
Yeah.
The higher you roll, the more detail you get.
Basically, yeah.
Uh,
Casually gets a nat 1. You're blind. All you can see is stone.
14.
Okay, so you do see a somewhat moderately lit cave, as your dark vision sort of assists you, and you normally wouldn't see much, but you can see the large outlines of like tunnels that have been dug over time. It's seemingly increasing larger, as you can see, like the age of the stone dictates when it was dug. And you'll see the smaller ones were dug at least over 100 years ago, while the bigger ones could have been done within the time frame of 20 to 10 years ago. You do. Oh, yep. Dice, what's up?
I got 23.
Oh, 23. Okay, good. I'll get to you after that. So Shen's character will see that, along with just a couple drippings. You'll notice that the cave is very wet, and even getting near it, putting your hand near it, you can tell it's a little humid. There's a source of heat that seems to be there, but not really noticeable. Now, Dice, his experience in hunting and assassinating, he's been to too many bases to know what the fuck is going on. They sort of lock in on all the little details. You see ginormous eggs still glowing and brooding with the babies of what appears to be hundreds of thousands of giant spiders that would be the size of your head at baby size. And that is like pure infancy.
What the fuck?
You would see like giant oozes of slime and mucus combined together into this weird mush collected at the bottom of the pit that seemed to be giving off a little steam, and the smell of rotting eggs. It's very pungent. It hits you in your face. And what?
Do I smell that?
No, it's a bit of a further distance. You would get it once you step like a couple feet into the cave. And you notice, if you squint your eyes, you will see the entryway. It's sort of like a big mouth opening to the 9 hells, except it's not fire. It's like a green, misty, poisonous bog smoke that you could tell, if you're not careful with how much you breathe in, you could die. But that is only if you're very weak. If you're a very experienced trained hunter, you'll be able to last at least 5 minutes down there.
Dude, do we still
Without
have
a
our
gas
gas?
I was about to say, without a gas mask. With a gas mask, The toxins are so heavy that it would only last you 15 minutes instead of the normal 30, but that is way more of a time increase. And if you don't need to breathe at all, you're fucking good.
Yep, I don't need to breathe, so.
I believe
Okay, so Dice is
you
good.
should.
Shen, do you have your gas mask?
Do I?
Check your
You
inventory.
should.
And if
Yeah,
Zoom feels
I
nice
do.
enough, he'll give it back to you. He'll just be
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I forgot, it's in my back jean pocket, the one nobody ever checks.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
gonna be where it is.
It's in that tiny little front pocket in your jeans.
No, not the front pocket, like the one in the back, like the small pocket in front of the big butt pocket on like the right side. You know exactly what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of that one like weird fucking ankle pocket.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay, Doom, you allow that?
Yeah, he'll be good.
Okay, perfect. Then you find your gas mask conveniently after patting yourself down a little bit. You're in like a bit of a rush. You sort of realize, well, actually, Dice, can you tell him about the poisonous nature? Since you did notice that.
As you've warned, it's kind of poisonous in here, and unlike me, you need to breathe.
Wait, what?
He's in character. His character's telling you, oh yeah, you need to breathe, right?
I can hold my breath for longer periods of time to the point where I could travel through space. Enough.
I will let you know right now that will not matter in here.
Yeah, poison's a big thing.
All
It's
right,
like
yeah.
a giant bile
Do
acid.
you have a gas mask? It's kind of
Yeah.
poisonous in here. I'd rather you not die.
I have my gas mask. So he pulls it out and he kind of just hooks it onto his face. It kind of like you hear a click sound once it's pressed against his face, and it kind of locks in on his jaw.
All right, yeah.
Perfect.
So as you
Looks like you might
sort
have
of,
gone.
oh, I'm so sorry. What did you say?
Perfect, because you might have died.
Bless you. All right, so I'm assuming you two press into the cave.
He kind of sounds like Bane now. Yeah.
All right, so as you both press into the cave, Dice will naturally be leading the way as they have the most expertise with this area, as they have more experience than you of hunting. You are more of a conqueror. They are a tactical killer, so you seemingly start to trust them along the way down the cave as you sort of walk past. You see dead carcasses fucking everywhere. Actually, I'd love to have both of you make a perception check to see how many you see and what kinds. How many you recognize.
How
And
many
Dice, you do this with advantage.
Do you recognize the bodies in the water?
Perception?
Yeah, Dice gets advantage, and I just need a perception check.
15 plus 5, 20.
Okay, dirty 20, Dice, you.
That would be a 21.
Okay.
Fucking of course. Okay, question, I just gotta ask, would you have gotten that if I didn't give you advantage?
No.
I'm sorry, Shen.
Yeah.
Alright, so, the both of you, Dice's character noticing it a little quicker, you both sort of look around and you see, like, there are some in the ground, half buried, their bones somehow melting from the pure acidic concentration in the gas that would have burned your lungs the moment you walked in and made it instantly harder to breathe. You can see multiple different carcasses. You can see those of mostly just Thrycrane adventurers trying to take down the biggest game they can find, along with those Dragonborn I mentioned earlier. But then you see some bodies that are oddly familiar to you. You see the bodies of what appear to be Kenku, all in a murder, to the right. You do see a couple of Aasimar, splayed on the left, their wings somehow still intact, while their bones are mostly withered away, posed like a crucified fallen angel on the wall. You see the strung corpses and entrails. These spiders seem to be intelligent and taunting those who came this far in the first place, knowing that they will not escape. And then there is one big one. There is a giant, humongous corpse. That of what appears to be in the shape of an old god that got a wee bit too cocky after getting his new power and died in a battle that appears to be, based on the scarring in his skin that has somehow not withered away yet,
Or refuses to.
about 50 minutes of torture. You see fang marks, drizzling blood. His eyes are white, blank, and dead. They are tortured eyes. And you can see most of his teeth are missing and his gums have rotten. His tongue has fallen out of his mouth and onto the ground, and you can see it standing perfectly upright as small, tiny little insexual beings start eating it whole.
Ew.
And you can see his blood mixing with acid from the biles in which the spiders would lay their eggs, pulsing out of his cheekbones, his chest, and his abdominal muscle tendons as his
So
blood sort of just leaks.
Is he getting xenomorphed?
Basically.
Damn.
And I would like you both to, just for the hell of it, roll a wisdom saving throw, see if you get intimidated.
Oh.
DC to beat is a 15.
Oh, well,
I think
I
we'll get
already
it.
beat it. 18. You said wisdom, right?
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
So that would be 23.
Am I doing anything? I did not process anything the past minute.
That is completely fine. Basically, you found something that would horrify even the most hard-trained assassin, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 15, to see if you get sort of debuffed from the fear you feel.
I got 23.
Okay. 23, you made it.
I got an 18.
Okay, you both make it, but Dice in particular, even with your years of experience, you seem to sort of feel yourself, like, you feel your own bile in your esophagus sort of rise up as you half gag at the sight before you. This is something even you haven't seen, and it's sick.
Do I kind of brush it off because I'm just kind of, used to murdering?
Okay, for you in particular, your eyes widen, and then you sort of like shake it out of yourself to sort of like slap yourself awake, almost like a soldier going through shell shock, but knowing he still has to fight.
That is so true.
And you two can react in character to that.
That is absolutely fucking disgusting.
Dice? Hello?
Yeah.
You may react in character. Your character sort of half throws up but holds it in.
He threw up in your
at the
mouth.
sight before you, but you are safe.
That's something I wish to never see again.
Get some bleach for your eyes. We must press forward.
As you both agree to press forward, you take one more step, and you hear the cackling laugh of what appears to be a very raspy, sort of predatorial huntress laugh. Just and you can hear like slashing sounds and shrieks of that giant, what you assume to be abomination of a spider, just shrieking and echoing in those halls 5 times over, ringing in your ears at least twice.
We're running towards it.
You guys are booking it?
I'm booking it towards him.
Okay, Dice, you?
I am also doing that.
Okay, great. As you guys fly past, you see more corpses. Some of them sickening, but it's a blur as you just try and rapidly brute force your way past it. As you make it to a giant open clearing in the ground, the acid more vile than ever, as you see a steam puff rise above you. Really quick, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw. DC of 17, since you're both moving carelessly.
Yeah. Dex?
Yeah, dexterity saving throw, DC of 17.
All right.
26.
This man done stole my job.
Oh, fuck, okay, nice.
I'm fucking acing that shit.
I dropped my dice on the ground. That is a 12. I'm going to fail.
Okay, now, Shen, I will give you this option. Do you want to sacrifice your own health to spare dice of damage?
It depends on how much. Can I, pull her back?
You know what? How about you make a sleight of hand and then an athletics? Make two checks. Sleight of hand and athletics. To see if you do it quick enough and if you can hold them back.
That sleight of hand is gonna be 23.
Okay. What do you get for strength? This has to be pretty high.
Athletics, right?
Yep.
17.
Okay, good. You just barely saved them. Dice are gonna take half damage from this attack. Basically, what you see, you're both blitzing forward, Dice going a bit faster than you. You see, Shen, your character, Drax, he squints his eyes as he can feel the ground shake around him. He has sort of this mini sense of tremor, as his sixth sense can tell that something is about to erupt, and he spots forward a sort of like, it looks like almost a pulsing, breathing, like giant bulbous nipple in the ground, glowing like bright green, with a mist coming out of it. And what happens is you can see it start to sort of erupt. Dice is right over it. His entire body would have gotten hit. And I want you to roleplay, like what you say is you grab him out of the way just before he goes.
Watch out.
Okay, so you just watch out! And you grab their back. You seem to catch their wing as you try to reach for one of their claws. It's the only thing big enough for you to actually reach. It does put a bit of strain in them. No real damage there. Don't worry about it. No consequence. But as you pull them back, you see their leg kind of gets kicked over the foul of acid. And Dice, how much health do you have?
111.
Okay, 111. You will take... Let me roll damage for this. It's a lot of acid damage.
Oh no.
Okay, you take... Oh, okay. Don't panic now, but you take 30 acid damage.
Oh god.
Half that to 15. Because Shen did legitimately save your ass.
So it's only 15?
Yeah, he takes 15 acid damage. And he is currently, if there is a status condition for it, you will be burning.
There is not.
Okay. Well, if that's just the case, I'm going to describe like what you feel. Basically, as it catches you, you feel your calf and your heel all the way down to the tips of your toes start to burn as this acidic spray mixed with gas seems to flay your body in like a giant flambe of acid, and it sits there, and it starts slowly decaying your flesh as you feel it burn and burn and burn. You grit your teeth, and it just keeps burning. And luckily for you, he pulled you right out of the way, or it would have hit you right in your abdomen where your intestines are. No matter how dead you are, you would have felt it, and it would have done damage. As it begins to slowly burn off your leg, exposing bone.
Oh.
So flight is recommended,
that's
and
a good thing.
You may
He
react.
lost his leg.
Oh, fucking hell.
You're lucky you're alive.
Oh, that's going to leave a mark. Temporarily, at least.
We're good. Perhaps get you a,
Fucking movie line. All right.
get you a artificial limb.
All right. You
What?
two look for. Okay, so you two look forward. Sorry to interrupt one more time. You two look forward, and you see past like the giant smoke as it clears. You see there are a lot more holes like this in the arena. You got to watch out for. And there is a singular being down there with what appears to be a giant sword in two of his hands as he seems to be kind of splaying himself out, puffing his chest. It is a... And this is the character, guys. I'm so sorry to build a pipe for myself. This is a singular lizard folk man. He stands at... If I'm going to check my stats, he stands at 7'4". He has sort of like a lean, muscular build, sort of built on calisthenics. Or at least what would it appear to be. But you can't really see that though, as he is covered in bones. It has this ridge-like armor, making him look like almost a small kaiju. Covers his entire body, leaving his head, chest, arms, tail, legs, all covered in this spiny ridge. As he holds up his giant sword, it almost looks like twice the length of his body. At least whenever he holds it out like that. And you can see him, he's sort of hunched over, he's huffing, and he's growling, and he's snarling. And he can sense you two behind him. You hear him like take a big sniff of the air, noticing two new scents, and he starts calling out to you. He's like, "You, how did you make it down here?"
Walked.
We're making our way downtown, walking. All right, Dice. What do you say in return?
Well, we kind of just went down, you know. It's not that hard. You just go down.
You see him dodge one of the attacks of the thing he's fighting. It appears to be a silhouette. What do you mean, just in time? It's big game in this cave. And I'm willing to split a little victory crown. As he sort of looks back at you, and that is his signal for you to join the call.
Alright, I'm joining.
You Dice?
Yep.
Alright, and with that, Doom, I need you to change this to battle music because we are about to fight a giant spider. Everybody roll initiative.
That would be 16.
Doom, are we changing how combat works?
Didn't
Doom.
already? Anyway.
We are fighting the giant
that is an
enemy
18.
spider.
Oh, damn. I rolled pretty alright. I got a 13 plus my initiative will be... oh, wait, never mind. I have advantage. My bad. Okay, it did not matter. I have a 17. We should write that down for him. Also, Doom, you found that stat block for me? You found that giant stat block?
Yes.
What is a stat block?
Basically, it's the stats that the enemy creature has.
Do I need one?
No.
Okay. Just for that. Man, everybody's still getting higher rolls.
I think so
Oh,
far.
one time
Dice,
I rolled
what did you get for roll? What did you get for roll?
18. 18.
Yeah,
Okay, Dice, type that down in the call chat real quick.
One time I actually rolled pretty decently for initiative.
Alright, so, Doom, you may describe this giant acidic acid-spitting spider to us, if you would like. Because I need to piss. And plus, it's your turn. It's your turn to DM, boy. This is your campaign.
Yeah, my spot was stolen for a good minute there. I was finding inspiration, if you could call it that. Anyways, it is a giant black spider. Pretty basic. It's just black. It has the end pass. Anyways, so let's see. Who would be closest to the Spider?
That would be Ginger's new character.
Then I'm attacking him because he's the closest.
Damn.
He's not even here for me to ask.
I guarantee you're not gonna roll high enough to hit me, bro.
You sure about that?
So where is he?
Good question.
It's the spider, like, as big... it's a spider larger than a T-Rex, and it's literally right in front of you.
Technically, it's right in front
I
of
would
you.
say in relevance to the way I've described it, it would be like, not giant, I'd say huge is
It's
appropriate.
Appropriate.
huge. How big are we talking? As tall as a human?
Pretty massive.
If it's huge,
No,
it's
not
a
as-
lot larger than a human.
That's way larger than a human. Humans are normal size. Huge is 2 sizes larger than that. That's pretty big. Honestly, I'd chalk it up to gargantuan if Doom was willing to change that block.
Per se, for a chance.
How far are we away
Fuck, I
from
lost
it?
the
Like
voice.
10, 20 feet?
I'd say... Well, that's up to Doom to come up with.
Doom, how far are we away?
5, 10 feet. I have to refind my
What?
stat block again because I fucking lost it.
God.
I know. I'm dying here. Yeah. I would not go look at manually yet. I'm just gonna fucking look it up.
How do you make a stat block?
Take a look
Ask
at your
that later.
stats. And voila, there's your stat block.
Positions are abrupt and nonsensical and pointless. It doesn't feel like anything in this world has a reason.
The giant enemy spider. Oh, this is a regular spider I looked up. That's not the right one. This is just spider, tiny beast. There we go, giant spider. Alright, now. That's pretty bad. Basic con, alright. Let's roll it. So, Ginger, tell me. Does a 20 hit?
Oh god.
Not nat. I know the nat 20 would hit because nat 20s always hit. Ginger!
Yes.
Does a dirty 20
Come on,
hit?
first up. Dirty 20?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Mwahaha.
Very sorry.
Alright.
Wait, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Sorry.
Fuck you mean, nuh-uh.
It's 21.
Damn
We
it.
both have AC of 21, bro.
Fuck.
Yeah, I built this guy pretty strong.
Sag. Alright, well, try again. Okay, nat 20 does hit.
Yeah, no, damn, okay. Good health.
Goodbye, health.
Goodbye, health. Damn, it has quite a bit.
I have the funniest thing if you let me be at least 10 feet away.
I'm not gonna let you be 10 feet away.
Bro.
Maybe. Anyway. I mean, you could make yourself be 20 feet away. Or not 20, 10.
But how far am I currently, though?
Like 5.
Oh.
Wait, won't that trigger opportunity attack? Also, wait, how much damage did it take? I never got told that.
I'm rolling it.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Yeah. It has a measly singular dice, but I've already got 2 min-maxers in here that I said, yeah, sure.
Brother, you can modify that. That is fine.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm just gonna take this one dice that it told me I can take, and I'm gonna roll it like 5 times. And I'm getting bad rolls. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. Because, yeah, that's more like it. Not times, just plus. That would have not been a good thing if I did times. Would it have? Yeah, it wouldn't have. Alright,
how much
so,
damage is it?
Oh wait, I forgot. It's a
And it's nat 20, so double it.
yep, 50.
Okay,
Oh.
50 or 15.
5-0.
How much damage is it?
It was
Wait,
25.
what? No. I'm sorry. What kind of damage is it? I'm sorry.
Oh, poison. Yeah, you need to do a con save for me real quick here.
Poison. I'm gonna check something really fast. I'm so sorry. I should have had this pulled up originally.
Probably. And I'm going to go grab my other computer while you do that. Ugh.
Ginger's
Yeah, no
doing
problem.
a thing that saved me last session.
Gonna look up my resistances if I resist any types of damage. And even then, I'm gonna see if I can use rage as a reaction.
You're gonna do exactly what I did last.
I'm gonna see if I can use rage as a reaction to just resist the fucking damage.
You're real.
Diabolical.
Aren't you a fighter?
Barbarian.
Barbarian. Okay.
Okay.
What's the difference?
Quite a lot actually.
Yeah.
Barbarians hit hard. Fighters hit a lot.
Just like monks, but it's to the extreme with a monk.
Yeah.
Okay,
Molly,
barbarian,
I
where are you,
actually
barbarian,
hit like a fucking truck.
I'm level 12. Can I do this?
Except he's hitting like a semi currently.
I'm gonna be hitting a fuck. I'm gonna hit someone like an 18-wheeler. In fact, my goal now is to one-shot that fucking spider.
Just casually send a spider at you every time. But yeah, it should be the new system of fight for Dice's answer question. I mean, I think we were doing that already, just no one was taking advantage of it.
What,
Yep.
their resistances?
No, the new way of fighting.
What
Yep.
is the new way of fighting?
Okay, shit. I cannot enter that
Synonymous.
as a reaction. That fucking blows. Okay. You said make a con save. What's the DC?
11.
Oh.
Oh, that's light work. Hold the fuck up.
I'll probably increase it. The poison gets stronger every time now.
Yeah, I got an 18 without my fucking modifier plus.
We already knew that it was going to go insane.
So is that half damage or is that just like I didn't get poisoned?
Yeah, it should be like... oh, let me see here. I didn't read it fully, it just said poison.
Rip.
Con save. Taking... oh, just taking 2...
If I can revert that crit double damage, I'm gonna totally do it.
No, you only take 6 damage from this poison.
So 56 damage?
Yes.
Okay, damn. I am knocked down quite a bit.
You got about half your health taken, probably, right?
Nah, I'm at 164.
Oh, damn.
He's beefy boy.
Okay, yeah. So what? Did it just shoot like a giant acid vial thing at me?
No, it bit you.
Oh, bit me? Damn.
Strong ass.
Okay, I'm assuming its fangs literally just went through my bone armor.
Oh yeah. It missed
Like
the
a
first
fucking,
time.
like a fucking Newcastle big boy.
Yeah, it missed the first time, but then it got you the second time.
Damn, alright. Okay. Is its turnover?
Yes.
Okay,
Tis
go.
time for dice.
Cool. There's how many spiders?
One.
Just one right now.
Oh,
Just one big
Cool.
one. Is it Dice's turn?
Yes.
Alright, damn, he got one
Yep.
higher than me then.
All right. So you're level 13. Which makes that one. front one. Then I'm gonna cast it through that, which means that. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna be casting with my crossbow, which means that is gonna be 12 of those.
Yeah.
All right, that is going to be a nat 1 miss.
Damn.
Critical failure.
I guess the crossbow just
I'm actually-
malfunctions and slaps you in the face, being like, "No, I don't want to be fired today, you fucker."
Cool. Full. Well, never mind. That's a 4. Okay. Okay, that is an 18. So
Yeah, that one hits.
18. Pulling up the calculator.
Ooh yay.
So that is the third one is going to be. That is going to be a 31 to hit.
Damn.
Oh my god.
That is going to be another 18 to hit.
Goddamn.
Oh god.
Hell yeah, dice.
That is going to be a
Ugh.
33 to hit.
Motherfucker.
That is going to be another 31 to hit.
Good God.
That is going here. I'm just gonna say if they're above that 4 roll, they hit. So hit. That one was a 4, so it hit.
How many hits are you
Hit.
rolling?
That is 8 of them hitting so far.
8.
Hit. Hit.
This guy went for the machine gun build.
Hit.
11.
How many
That
fucking
is
hits?
12.
Oh,
That is a nat 20. Okay.
13.
That makes
All the
That
damage
makes
is
11
doubled.
out of 12 hit. 11 out of 12 hit. That last one's also getting hit with the element.
Okay, but also remember it's a crit on the one of them.
On that last one.
Yeah, I know. That last one, which makes it equal 12 of them.
Oh, how many shots did he fire? What the fuck?
Too many, bro.
We fired
You have a
12.
crossbow, not a minigun.
12.
You have a-
12. But that is going to be doubled
Oh,
with
god.
twin spell, targeting one thing.
God.
So I can do
Oh
that.
my
So-
god.
1,
diabolical chat.
3.
Come on,
Let me
Magic
roll
Boy.
another 12.
Ugh.
And so I'm gonna put in this that so far equivalent to 12 of hit.
God damn.
All right.
A 12
Hit.
to hit. It's not even a 12. It's an 18.
It's plus.
Yeah, that's plus 14. So
God damn.
1
He's in
hit,
as long as it's above a 4.
2. Was a 16 hit.
No.
Cool. 1 miss so
18
far.
hit.
One fucking minute.
Hit. Hit. Hit.
Do I have to set the
Hit.
spider's health absurdly high for this
Hit.
one?
Yeah, please do. Like set it
Hit.
like
Okay,
gargantuanly high. I built
Hit.
this fucker up. Make him tough.
Hit.
1,000 fucking HP. Let's see
And
how long
hit.
it's going to be hurting after this one.
We're
I
gonna
like 1,000. I'm not
torture
even
it.
gonna lie. I like that number.
We're gonna torture it.
Okay, so that's going to be a total of 23 worth of hits.
23 fucking
Oh,
hits. How much
God.
damage are you doing?
We're about to
A
find out.
lot.
No shit, sure. Oh my god. Ugh.
Genie Warlocks, baby! Genie Warlocks!
I hate Genie Warlocks now.
No, that's just regular warlock. I could do that on any of them.
This one just gets fireball!
I'm crying inside and out.
And you thought my guy would be bad.
Okay.
You thought mine was bad, Ginger.
No, I knew yours was tame compared to this motherfucker.
Yeah, no. He wasn't
I
doing
wanna
this
see
shit
my
the last
bring
3 episodes. Where the fuck did this come from? Oh, it's a spider.
He was gone the last 3 episodes. Oh my god, wait, no, Dice,
I leveled
this
up
is the
enough
second
to be
time
able to
you've
do this.
invaded Spiders, public enemy number 1.
Spiders are public enemy number 1 to this man? What the
Yep.
fuck? No fucking wonder he's doing this diabolical shit now.
Extra equal to proficiency, which is gonna add an additional 5. Does that only add to the... I think that only adds...
Oh
I
my
don't know, I'm just
god,
gonna add
Becky.
additional 5.
Look at her butt.
And now each of those are a D10. Means roll
Oh my god. Here we go, fellas. We're rolling
23
damage. Get the
D10.
Jeopardy theme going.
Now that's also going to be plus.
Oh god. What number? Where are you at right now, Dice?
I'm just finishing the damage.
How much? Oh god, I'm scared.
It has 1,000 health. Let's see how much one turn from Dice does. I'm imagining he aims every single shot for one
Cool.
different joint on
That
every
is
one of his
going to
legs.
do 307 damage. But I can also, that means I can also push it 230 feet backwards. And I will note, we're in an area where they're going to hit a wall. Now, if I look up,
My ass is dead. Ugh.
so that is an additional, total is going to be 1d6 bludgeoning per 10 feet fallen. That is a maximum of 20d6. So that is going to be an additional 20d6, which is going to add another 69 damage. Now, that's
Funny
going to
number,
do
but
376 damage.
Holy
376
shit,
damage.
376 damage.
Hey, dude. No, 400 damage too.
Yep. Oh, and also, it is going to be hit again because I just moved it out of my range, which means Warcaster, which means I get to cast something that costs 1 action at it.
Oh god, I'm not gonna get the
and-
fight.
Guys, how many times are you gonna hit this one?
600.
It's only got 600 health left, damn. I'm joking. It's got like 500 something. You feel nice? You feel good about yourself?
Why did you make it spiders? You know this was gonna happen, wouldn't you?
I don't think I'm getting a fight today.
No, I don't think you are.
That spider's about to get crippled, dude.
Cool.
We tortured a guy's penis, now we're crippling a spider.
Again. Gee, if I had a nickel for every single time I watched a sorcerer and a warlock take out a spider in one turn, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird to happen twice, right?
Right.
Which means make a wisdom saving throw.
Should I have? Do I need to at this rate?
Are we gonna fight in the giant enemy spider?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Anyway,
20.
Or do you determine that it is?
Okay.
Let's see. It just matched the DC, but I believe I am actually going to. Can I do something about that?
I'm actually scared. I'm scared of this potential.
Dice just
Do
made
any of you
spiders
have a
public enemy
thing
number
that
one.
can say, fuck you to that? Do you either of you have something you can cast to make sure it can't do that?
I can't do what?
So that it can't succeed that save.
What save?
Wisdom.
I'm trying to think. I don't think Barbarian has anything like that.
There's monk.
I don't think so.
No.
Bro, I already took 400 fucking damage.
Nah, come on, fail the throw.
No.
Budget.
No.
Do it.
Your intimidating voice is not going to try and fix anything, for I am fearless.
I'm not fixing anything. I just want to see you die.
Anyway,
Then it does succeed the save then.
Damn. That's a shame.
And because it succeeded, it doesn't take any of the damage from that.
What do you mean damage?
What do you mean?
You know what? No. Tell us whenever it happens. If it happens. If we ever say to live the light of day.
Cool. Now that does cost my bonus action, I believe.
Oh my god.
I'm scared.
Dice, I just want to ask, who hurt you?
A lot of people. Anyways,
Right, I forgot.
they are
You. A bunch of people.
now. How high is the ceiling?
Fuck me. Yay high.
Yay high, brother. What the fuck does yay mean?
I'm now going to be floating a decent bit up in the air using my movement.
You're just now moving.
Bro shot
and then I wanna roll
23 shots
intimidation.
into him. Into this
Brother
fucking
shot a
spider.
Gatling gun's worth of Eldritch Blast into this motherfucker's
Well, 22, but one of them was a crit. Oh, actually, there was 5 more damage there that I forgot about. So I had to take
What do you mean
damage.
5 more?
Because the one thing was the additional to the crit. So well, it took an additional 5 more damage than I said, because 10 of that was fire. So that's 5 more damage, and then I want to roll intimidation, and you can tell why.
Killing myself.
Nat 20.
Fuck
That is a
you.
20. No, that is a 32. That is a 32 intimidation.
Fuck you,
Oh,
Dice.
so it's frightened now?
Probably yes. I just hit it
So,
22 times.
You Gatling gun this
Part of
giant
that-
ass spider, frightened it, and then knocked it into its back.
Oh yeah, I frightened it, hit it 22 times. One of them even being crit. Part of that burning them, and then slamming them back into the wall.
Chat, welcome to high level D&D, where shit just happens.
God, it's gonna get worse
I
from
love
here.
it already. I love it already.
Alright, and it's the end of my turn.
This
I
is
haven't
my
even
first
done my
time-
most evil shit yet. This is just my regular build.
I'm crying.
Oh my God.
Anything else you need to do?
No, I ended my turn.
That means Ginger, it's your turn.
Killing myself. Ugh.
No,
Oh yeah,
not yet.
since it got slammed and took significant fall damage, I believe it will also be considered prone. That is up to you. That is up to you, but nonetheless.
What does prone mean? I keep hearing this.
Prone is basically they're knocked down to the ground.
I mean, I'm on the fucking floor.
That's beautiful.
Yep. Yep. And so, if you determine it, would be, it can be considered prone or stunned, more accurately.
I've got to pee. Just keep
I
going.
definitely think it'd be stunned rather than prone because it's slammed into the wall rather than, you know, hit against the ground. So would you say
Honestly,
stunned
dude,
is inaccurate?
in a world in a planet that's pretty much low magic? I mean, fuck, dude, you're making an impression on this guy.
Yep. So would you say that it makes sense for them to be stunned for until the start of their next turn?
Killing myself. If there even is a next turn, Dice. If there even is a next fucking turn for me.
Hey man, look, you asked for the 2 min-max guys. You got one of them.
You said I could min-max. I min-maxed. What do you want from me?
Mother, you said optimization is recommended and encouraged. You asked for this.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I haven't even done my most evil thing, which is using polymorph.
My God, no! Don't do that yet. Wait on that one.
Oh, don't worry. I haven't even tapped into that resource yet. But I'll let you know. I can be far more evil, and I haven't even done it yet.
This is the last time I'm ever letting any other masochism come through.
I am back.
What?
It's the second person in the round. I'm already half health.
That's
Somehow.
lovely. Let's take the other half.
So, whose turn is it?
Your turn.
Great. So, in seeing this giant insectoid monster that I've been fighting for well over the past 25 minutes, just enjoying the time of my life in the grand scheme of battle, finally getting my first wound, and then seeing the guy I just invited to help kill me, absolute machine gun blast the fucker, and with some new power I've never seen. I've been on this primitive ass low magic planet my entire life. I've never seen something so amazing. It's so inspiring that my blood starts rushing, adrenaline pumping, my muscles get bigger. And you see, as I get so excited, my temperature turns up and my skin starts to melt. And as my body grows larger and the bones start to take over my body almost, as my eyes go a bright yellow and I begin to rage.
Kill me. Kill me now.
Okay, also, all your attacks against it have advantage, and it automatically fails strength and dex until the start of its next turn, since it'll be stunned till then.
Isn't that interesting? You're saying it'll fail all strength saves?
Wait, we have advantage over the
That's really funny. That's hilarious that you say that. Yep.
We have
You
advantage.
can't take reactions either.
So,
You're
fellas,
in your turn, so probably you're going to be missing that. Don't worry, my next turn it'll die.
Okay, great. Well, this is going to make it a lot easier for you since I am immediately going to, as I enter rage, you see my tail begin to grow and like just spikes out of it. And you see, as I grab my giant greatsword, I sort of like hold it over me like a giant like towering pike, and you see me reach for this what looks to be a tendon, or like what would normally look like the exposed like tendrils of like an old creature. As you hear me pull, and it goes. And you'll hear me start cackling. And then you hear it whir. And my sword starts to turn into this giant chainsaw of jagged megalodon bones and armor plate. And I jump up into the air, and yes, I can just do this as a barbarian, no like strength check needed, right? I jump up into the air, and I spot its weak spot, and love you too. All right, and as I jump up into the air, I spot its face. I look down on it, and as I'm in the air, I'm cackling. I'm licking my now bony lip and my teeth as I attempt to plunge this giant sword that's currently running right into the center in between its two largest eyes. And I'm going to roll at advantage because I'm reckless attacking.
You already have
wait,
advantage.
I know. Double. I'm not missing. Alright, come on.
Can you roll 4 times?
Okay, that is a... I see now. That is a 4, 2... And I'm going to do a thing with Great Weapon Master. And I'm going to increase the damage by 10, but take a -5 penalty. That'll be a... Does a dirty 20 hit?
Kill me.
Okay, great. I still have extra attack, by the way. Anyway, so as he plunges it into him, you see it go like deep in through his deep in through its skull. It screeches. As blood begins to pool on my face, I lick it up and then rip the cord again, and I'm gonna roll for damage. That'll be 8d4.
This is the consequence for living, chat.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That will be
Don't
a...
worry. I may have
Oh
a
my
plus
god.
Oh no. Did you take the other half of his health?
Yes. Okay, I see how it is. So... That is, 24 plus 10, that's 34. Plus 3, that's 37. That's... I'm pretty sure there was one more thing. A slasher? What did that feat do?
That feat did nothing. Shut up.
No, let's see. That's the slasher that you can just target by time. Okay, that doesn't matter. When score critical hit. Okay, nope, not yet. You know what? Just for the hell of it, I'm gonna make that a strike of the giant.
Oh, fuck you too.
And on top of 37 damage, I'm also going to be... Let's see. Fuck it, it's just gonna be a fire strike. Which is just 1d10 extra damage. That is a 10. Okay, so 34 plus 10, 44 plus 3. That's 47 damage on the first attack. Slashing. And by the way, I need you to make a con saving throw.
16.
4 plus 5, that's 9. 4 plus 5, that's 9. That's 8. 9 plus 8, 17. What'd you roll?
16.
Okay, great. You just missed it. You are now bleeding.
Fuck me.
You now have the bleed status condition, and you will lose 1d6 health at the end of every single round.
Which includes right now, so do an extra one.
Yep. So actually, yeah, 1d6 as well. So that is also an additional 3 damage. So 3, that's okay, good. That's just 40, 50. That's 50 slashing damage. First attack. And I'm going to do my extra attack now.
His nails are
Which-
looking extra zesty today.
Which,
It's the same ones I had.
while
two
he's
days ago.
already carving this thing's face open, he is bringing the spinning blade and he's raising it up in an attempt to cut his face in half, and that will be his extra attack, which I'm going to roll dice for that. Triple advantage again, because again, reckless attack, I don't give a shit. That is a natural 20.
Oh, double damage. Yay. You're going to roll another 100, aren't you?
Let's see. Yep, I'm going to make that a second strike of the giant, which will be another 8 fire damage. That'll be... So rage damage is plus 3. Let's see. Okay, then that's double. You already have bleed, so I'm assuming since you're already bleeding, I can skip that status condition and just give you extra bleed damage. Which is a extra 5 damage, so 3, and then an extra 10 from the Great Weapon Master. Actually, no, I can only use that once per turn. Okay, so it's already credited anyway, I don't really need that. So 38 times 2. That will be 76 more damage.
The Doom ain't even in the room.
And I would like to use my bonus action.
Oh.
And I would like to use my last bit of movement to... You know what? Fuck it. I don't even need it. I'm going to grab its 2 legs that are currently free, and I'm going to hold them down with my arm, one with my arms and one with my tail, and I'm going to attempt to grapple him.
Oh, even more prone?
And
Attempt to, bitch. You already did this.
And
You already. That's free.
Is it double
yeah,
prone?
exactly. So he is now grappled and pinned.
What does
Not only
that
is he
mean?
stunned, he is pinned.
How much of an advantage am I going to get on my attack rolls?
So, there you go. Dune, did you calculate all that damage you took?
He's not even in the room.
Let me see. Pretty sure that was 48 damage in total.
How much damage did you do?
124 damage in total.
God damn.
Which honestly, for a martial, pretty damn good.
I'm going to have some fun.
No, because it's not going to be stunned on its next turn.
Am I able to, like,
It's not going to be stunned on its next turn, but I am in fact pinning it to the ground. And my strength is really high to contest its save.
Can I get...
Plus I get advantage on grapple checks.
Can I, like, move 5 feet as part of my turn, or does it take a full turn to move just 5 feet?
No. You could just... on your turn, movement is like a free action as long as you have the movement speed.
Yep.
And then I can attack after moving.
Perchance.
It's just 5 feet.
Dude, I'll tell you what, my 7-up supply is dwindling, but I don't even care. How do y'all like him, by the way, the new guy?
Did he not
What did you
back
cancel my attack?
Dude, your attack, that shit was awesome.
I can only do
I
that
usually
once per
make-
turn.
I usually make mine really good for the checks. Like the skill checks. That's how I build mine.
Ginger and I
Yeah,
are both
normally-
getting, like, trucks.
Normally, with pushing an enemy out of your turn on your turn, it's up to DM specifications on whether you can use your opportunity attack on that. Me and Doom determined days ago that yes, I am able to do that.
Is he back yet?
No.
No. I think me dealing over 300 damage might have cracked him.
He's gonna come back to 124.
Minus 124?
Yep.
Oh, he's gonna get more.
And
if
he's
I-
also pinned. So even if he doesn't break out a stun, he has to contest my pin roll, which is
still have-
absurd.
I still have all 6 of my key points. Oh wait,
You
no,
do.
wait. How do I know how many key points do I have?
Check your level of chart.
It would be our current level, right? Because I also do have levels dumped in the sorcerer. Would they just be the same level?
Mm-hmm.
So I am level 13.
Well, for any viewers who happen to be watching the stream or the video, today's sponsor is absolutely nobody. We get no funding for this. Please help us. One of us is in college and it's not me, and they need the money.
That's 13.
Go support us by literally just finding our address and shipping us a brick of money. Seriously, we don't care how it's delivered.
Preferably,
we
yes.
just need the money desperately.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
hey,
def-
Doom. You took 124 damage. And are now pinned. Which means in order to move again, you gotta contest my, strength roll.
Ugh.
And it's not your turn yet.
Look at me. I took a what?
You are pinned, which means you also can't take actions or reactions. You are also cannot move.
And, you took 124 damage. And are now bleeding, which means at the end of your turn, next round, you take 1d6 bleed.
Oh, I already got a nice plan that my father gave me graciously. Is it gonna come to fruition? Not with the health I have. I'm gonna kill myself. You're not gonna believe me on this one.
What happened?
I got a nat 20 to contest you.
No, that's at the start of your next turn.
Oh, well, damn. Never mind then. Alright.
So that rolls void. Nice waste of a 20!
Damn.
Well, fuck me. I'm cooked.
I'm fucking
Anyway,
you alright. I'm fucking you
your
good.
turn now.
Anyway.
Alright.
Shen's turn!
I roll with
Yes.
advantage, right?
Roll a hit. With advantage.
Wait, with advantage?
Yeah, roll twice, take the higher one.
Okay, let's see. 12. Fuck. I guess that does not hit.
No.
Alright, I still get an extra attack, right?
Yes.
Does a 17 hit?
No.
Fuck, bro.
Damn.
I'm gonna use the key. Wait,
Ever.
I'm gonna use my key to take another.
Wait, Shen, you're rolling with advantage, right?
Yeah,
They don't have advantage. They don't have advantage currently.
I don't have advantage.
Wait, why doesn't he have advantage?
Because the sun end. Or wait, no, it didn't. Yeah, you rolled that low with advantage?
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn, dude,
Alright.
not your
Unlucky.
day, not your day at all.
Alright, let's.
Used all your luck gambling against Jif the Gift, bruh.
A 17 doesn't fucking hit, bro. Alright, I'm using another key point.
Key points, come and get your key points.
Oh my
I
fucking
like how
god.
Dice is just like, okay, here's all my attacks. One of them got a 20. All of them hit.
Another
Shen,
one.
I'm punching it directly in the back, and it's not doing anything.
I got a nat 1. I'm taking another. Fuck.
Remember, with advantage, you roll twice and take the higher.
I'm rolling with advantage.
You got
Did
two
you
now.
roll 2 nat ones?
Yes.
Oh my
I'm sorry, but
This is the unluckiest I've ever seen anyone roll. Oh my!
16 doesn't hit.
Oh my god! How many key points have you blown for this?
4.
I need my emotional support rat.
19 hits. 19 hits.
Draft. I mean, Doom. It's okay. Shen's not gonna hit you. It's all okay. There is no Shen damage in Bossing Say.
it's okay though. On my next turn, they're guaranteed to die. So
There is no Shen damage on Bossing Say.
I got a 19.
Yeah, that's not the thing I'm worrying about. I'm worrying about dice. But yes, the 19 hits.
19. Breath of the Dragon.
Wait, do you have the key points for that?
I don't think I need to use a key point to do it.
Never mind, you're right.
you do.
Alright.
Never mind. Do you have the key points for that?
Fire.
My poor
So
health,
we
I'm just
get
watching it
that.
disintegrate before my eyes. Should I have made it 10,000 and not 1,000?
Alright, let me focus. What's my hit dice?
No, I don't think I should have made it at 10,000 health. It would have been worse with dice, because he would have gotten so fucking lucky out of spite.
Okay, 7.
It's okay. For my good luck, Shen is taking all the bad luck.
Wait.
Hey Shannon, would you rather get 2 nat 1s while rolling with advantage, or get your leg chopped off by a goose with a knife? Which would you choose?
I just realized those two 17 should have hit.
No,
What do you mean?
No,
No, it was
you have to roll an 18.
No, it's a +6. I got a +6 on my gauntlet.
Wait, you have a +6 and you forgot to add that?
Yeah, I completely forgot.
Oh my
about
god.
that. I'm gonna calculate that damage.
Not anymore, it's fine.
So
You already rolled as a miss.
all of yours hit none.
Bro. Oh, okay. You're not gonna let me do it?
I'm in pure pain, chat.
Okay, 1d6.
Because you forgot to add the it's still your turn. So all of your hits so far have hit then if you have +6.
Well, except for those fucking abysmal nat 1s.
So how many hits have
Yeah,
hit?
except for the now.
Well,
3 of them actually hit?
yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna do
Brother,
damage.
this is why we calculate your pluses when we hit.
Alright, am I allowed to calculate for that damage, or...
Well, yeah. It's still your turn.
Yeah, it's your turn. You didn't end it, so yeah, it's still in the ball game.
+6. Extra 1d8. And another 7. Alright, I'm rolling a total of 4 times, right, for all my damage?
I'm assuming.
Alright, so I got
Hey,
one
what are
down.
you doing back there? What are you back My rat.
Hey Doom, how's the emotional support, man?
The emotional support is amazing. This rat is awesome. Fucking, I cannot let you leave. Yeah, clearly.
Okay. Again.
Again.
The giant enemy spider.
12 plus.
Can you guys be like super nice to the spider, please? And not
Hell
kill
no.
me?
Fuck no, why would I do that?
Hey, Doom. You wanna try and make a strength save contest me to try and break out of that pin?
Well, they have to do it on their turn, so.
I'm on my last
Okay.
one.
I thought there was no calculated damage. My bad.
Oh, we have to remember, my turn's next.
Wait, no, it would be Doom's after Shen's.
Nope. Oh, wait. Yeah,
Doom got
you're
a
right, you're
19.
right.
So,
You're
if,
right.
if he succeeds the pin somehow, which I doubt, because I do it with advantage, it'll be a fun, dandy time.
Alright, trying to put these numbers into a calculator. Oh, Doom, I'm sorry for what's about to happen, bro.
I'm already cooked.
Right? Shen, what's Funny Strike?
No, I'm not doing stunning strikes. It's just like unarmed regular with my gauntlets and everything else.
If you can, I would use Stunning Strike.
Wait. Oh no, bro. Alright, Doom, are you ready for this?
No.
You take a total of 129 damage.
Okay, dang.
And I'm going to go again. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again.
All my health, all my wealth, gone in an instant.
Okay, 18 does hit. Nine.
Oh yes, D&D 5e.wiki. D&D General. My warlock hit me with 22 Eldritch Blasts. The fuck am I supposed to do? Most likely die?
Did you post that in the general chat of that server?
Yes.
Dude, you take another 31 points of damage. Guess what, Cat? We're going again.
31?
Yep. We're
And
going
you're
again,
doing it
buddy.
again. No, stop it.
Guess what, buddy? You just got hit with a nat 20. No. Okay. Okay.
You told me to shut it.
Shut it. I'm a member in that party. He asked for this. Like, legit, he said to min-max and beat his ass. Shut it. I'm not the warlock, to clarify.
Oh, you're better fuck hate me. Alright.
In 24, Terrasks are straight up immune to Eldritch Blasts. Just saying.
Alright.
I know,
You take 8.
but
You
I'm a
take
spider.
84. You take 84 damage.
Oh my god.
How much more do you have? Genuine question. I want to know where we're standing.
So what?
You took 84 damage. Where are we standing in terms of its health?
I am so close to death. I can see the light.
I'm doing it again, baby.
No! Stop it! No! Here's what you do. You make a swarm of 35 Terrasks. GG easy. Per se.
19 does hit. Okay, so...
Is it still his turn yet, Noel?
Yeah, it is. It's still my turn.
Here's the thing. Make a swarm of 35 Terras. GG easy. I'm a giant spider. I had to beat the health as soon as I heard I'm gonna hit him 12 times with my crossbow.
Alright, I got my calculations ready. 7... You take another 45 damage.
Kill me.
How much do you have left?
I'm not too happy about it.
You have like one good hit left in you?
No. I have not enough left.
Alright, I'm doing it again.
How many key points did you burn and how many do you have?
I have 13 total.
Jesus.
30, 20.
Kill me. I'm going to bed. I'm going.
No, you're not. Not yet. You gotta DM this.
Please.
Plus, you know, we gotta escape that vial, man.
Please, let me sleep. I have a bed. I have... Let me leave!
I'm, too. I'm not asleep. I'm not shrunk. Me. You go, suffer, boy.
Alright. You take 27 damage. How much health you got left, buddy?
No.
You have enough left?
No, I have...
Is it dead?
No, it's not dead yet. It's...
Yes, sir.
Yes, chat.
We're
going in again.
No!
Okay, that I think, yeah, 18 hits. Yeah, 18 hits.
I can't even say no it doesn't, because it does. Why the fuck did you hit the reset?
Who got a reset? What got reset?
Ugh. I could just do slash play anyway.
Alright, you take 37 damage.
Oh, it's dead now. I can finally sleep.
Wait, is it actually dead?
It had 29.
It has 29 health?
It had.
29. I killed it. You just see me fucking rapidly beat on this fucking spider, bro. You just see Drax rapidly beat on this spider till it fucking explodes.
I'm guessing
I don't
sort of
think
like
it
that
did
one, like,
anything.
combat.
Here's what you do, make a swarm of 35 Tarasques. GG easy. I'm a giant spider, I had to beef the health to 1,000. When I heard I'm gonna hit it with my crossbow 12 times.
And then you
Don't
got
worry,
me
I'll
hitting
find a way to fix that if I can.
Okay. I had 13 key points. I am at 4 now.
Literally, Shen is just hitting me with fucking armed and dangerous again!
Oh, good lord.
This man's the fucking Winter Soldier. I'm going to crack. Ugh.
Wait. You wanna know what that spider just looked like? Hold on. I got you.
I am invincible when it comes to this.
And here's the dice. Let's go to the round.
Wait, did
Dice face it with a minigun, I jump in its face and slice it in half, and then Shem beats the shit out of it.
Well, I believe you're either using broken homebrew, third-party stuff, or just don't understand, or just aren't correctly applying the rules.
Wait,
yeah, it's homebrew,
count
sure,
as,
but like, it's got some homebrew in it, but they are, as I told them, min-max, and I'm suffering.
How much damage should I do?
Yeah, this is your own damn fault.
Shut up!
Doom, how much damage should I do total to that thing?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
How much did Ginger leave him with?
$469.
So you're telling me I did almost 500 damage in one turn?
Fuck you too.
Yeah, Monk's not broken. Are we getting rests after this or no?
No!
Brother. Do not. Okay, I'm assuming we want to hear like a. We gotta escape this place, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you gotta escape now. Time to get out of the trauma that is getting demolished.
Really quick, before we escape, I do one thing. My character, he's like looking at blood, and he stays in his rage in order to keep his like giant bony form and increase his strength. He takes his chainsaw while still slightly running, and he digs it into like a giant. He digs it right directly into its skull and starts carving out like a section of it, like in a giant circle, to try to harvest a part of its bone as like a proof. Actually, no, not by its eye, by its largest fang. He goes down to its fang, carves it out, takes it with him, puts it on his back as like show of proof that he took it down, like a sort of trophy. And then he looks at the two of them and he goes, "Seems I'm not the only one who can hunt here."
Well, I mean, that's strong, to be fair.
Let's get the fuck out of here before we melt. I'm sure I'm not the. I'm sure I'm the only one that can survive being brought down to the bone.
And he jumps off the spider and starts sprinting out of the cave.
Yeah, and I'm gonna fly as fast as I can after him.
Same. I'm just gonna. Whew.
So you see that despite you guys running extremely fast, after a little bit, while you guys are about to approach the mouth of the cave, you see I do catch up to you,
Motherfucker.
and I am running on all fours.
Oh god.
How fast can you move?
How fast can I move?
Like,
My base
how
movement speed is I think 40-50 feet.
So in other words, they would be able to catch up to you. Easy.
Who are we able to catch up to? Who?
They would because Monk.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm assuming he's not bursting any more T points on his movement.
I'm not.
They don't have
I think wait. I think Radiant.
Fair enough.
I think. Wait. Let me check something.
No. Don't even check it. I'm just gonna say that I'm running faster than Dice, and Shen is moving faster than I am.
No, Shen would be matching you.
Oh yeah, Shen would be matching my speed, and you'd just be like, "Oh fuck."
I mean, I don't need to breathe, so my endurance is infinite. I'm just like, God, you guys move. Yeah, I'm just like, God, you guys move fast.
How the hell do you think I got covered in knees?
And he keeps sprinting out, occasionally crawling on some walls and on some ceilings as he scampers by collecting some trophies, which are skulls, including severing the head of the old dead god that was trapped in the ceiling that made you guys gag.
God, I still hate that corpse.
And then after about, I'm assuming, I think 30 seconds is enough. Calculating our speed, because 40 feet in like 6 seconds, that's absurd. We all make it out, and as we make it out, I crawl all the way up to the ceiling. I jump down and I start ending my rage as my skin reforms and the bony body turns back into armor, and I land on the ground, sort of like superhero landing-ish. How do you guys exit the cave?
Can I make a crater with the force that I'm using to land?
Dude, flavor it all you want.
Yeah, you just see this guy fucking touch down and it just leaves a crater. And like kind of a boom.
What I do is I float up in the air and just like do a dead stop, leaving shockwaves of air flying out, sending light debris going away.
Oh, nice. And so now we are out of that Bile Thing's cave. I now have its giant fucking poisonous fang on my back as a trophy, along with the head of the dead god that I am still holding by my hand.
This is us. This is us.
It's insane.
Fresh blood.
And I immediately start eating the head.
Well,
You can hear the bones like snapping and cracking underneath the pressure of my teeth as like blood splits and splatters, and it splatters out almost like somebody bit into like a giant burrito.
damn.
And I'm just like feasting on this fucking head.
Jax just kind of watches. Thinks it's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, no, you'll see me like I'm like tearing apart some parts of the skin stretch where they shouldn't. I look at the spider eggs and I literally poke and pop them before like literally drinking their fluids like shots.
Oh god. That's metal as shit, bro.
And he splits the skull in half to try and get a bit of like the brain matter, and you see him like turn around to face you two. The brain stuck in his mouth as he sort of like clamps down his jaws, and it explodes, and some of the brain matter gets on you guys.
I use prestidigitation and knock it off, and then I'm just like, that looks like a good snack.
Can I like
Yes.
scrape a bit of brain off and just lick it?
Quite a rewarding feast for a hunt, such as this magnitude.
No, don't escape from me.
Though I can tell, sent alone, this is not your first time.
When it comes to killing, not at all.
Oh, intriguing.
Can I see? Wait. I have 4 charges.
What?
For the eye, and I want to use Stalker on him.
Oh, you want to find out who the fuck I am?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so the way that information basis works, it taps into a database recorded by like governments and like findings and shit like that, right? So people who have seen me and could have seen me and would have recorded the data, it would be there. You find absolutely fucking nothing.
Oh, wow.
All you see is its name written in like in a language that is pretty hard to decipher unless you use that translator ability of yours. And it's like old, it's ancient, it's almost like a giant's like primal tongue. And you see his profile. The profile that they did, the one picture that they did get of him, he was hanging by the ceiling upside down with blood dripping from his mouth and his eyes were white.
A little smirk just kind of forms on Trax's face.
What happens?
A little smirk forms on his face as he sees that as Ward the Hunter, I see.
Haven't been caught yet. Too blind, too slow, too breakable.
Well, I say the fish we have faced along the way were pretty weak, other than one.
I smell gift on you. Fresh blood. Not even a week old. This was a more recent event, was it not?
Well, our former party mates decided to turn on us as fake bounties were placed on our heads. I, of course,
Greed of man corrupt any mind.
he, of course, has a nice big hole in him now.
I assume you took trophy of this killing.
He points at the eye and the shield bracelet.
I've never seen much like this before. Usually my prey comes to me.
Russell Dice, I'm so sorry. Was your character trying to say something?
Oh. I was wondering what happened to that guy.
That's why I have this cybernetic eye.
I may not know who you are, but I know one thing. I smell in the both of you. I smell death.
Well, we have done a fair share of killing, especially both of us, seeing as I am a soldier, and that one is an assassin.
I can tell. Their essence, it looked like something like screaming out of their body, spirits screaming and twisting, trying to react, all of a sudden being focused into a small arrow, drilled into that thing's stomach and back. I've never seen such a display of soul, raw energy. What was that?
Wait, what is he talking about?
He's talking about all those Eldritch Blasts he's fired off. He's never seen magic before.
But does he recognize Drax's fucking power though after just watching him wail on the spider?
Yeah, he would. Just give it a moment. Also, Dice, you may, in fact, share what you want to share to this guy about what the fuck your Eldritch Blast is.
Huh. One little spell I can do. And I blast another 3 into the ground just from my fingertips.
As you do, you kill 3 separate fucking velociraptors. Like 3 little tiny ones
just
that were like
they
charging at you.
Yeah. Quite dangerous depending on what I'm hitting.
The freshly cooked. Wonderful.
And he pulls them up by the tail, and as he rips it, he like rips off their skin and starts eating it like crab legs.
Nothing like fire, smoke, nothing even happened to the body. That just gone. I love that. Oh, I craving more.
Basically, he just is like, oh, he's savoring that shit. He loves like watching those little fucks die.
Little bastards really like the ankles, don't they? And I like show off my ankle that just has the bone fully exposed from like the acid that melted away a large part of the skin.
A worthy battle scar, yes. Nothing like mine.
And he removes his chest plate. There's still a deep gash there, and some of his bones, like his inner bones, are exposed, and most of his scales have been ripped off.
I'm just looking at him with the information that's in the eye, but can I try to look deeper into the database to see if there's...
You can if you want. You're only gonna find one thing, and that's a fucking bounty from a long time ago. The oldest recorded bounty that you could find of him. So, obviously, you do know the bounty of some certain assassins that you have met within your time, right?
No.
Well, looking at the database, you can see that just on price index alone, this guy is rated as one of the most dangerous people in like this corner of like space.
Damn.
Native to the planet, and it's the only reason why he's not higher. Because he hasn't found a way out.
Well, how about we take you with us? Maybe you can find bigger hunts.
Oh, bigger than that. Please. What the fucker was as half as tall as the skyscrapers that live in this domain, and 5 times as wide. What have you got that'll satisfy me?
Oh, I am talking about hunting gods, of course.
Maybe like that one.
And he holds it up, the skin now fully off of it as he holds it up by the last remaining hairs, and it's like a dangling skull.
This thing was weak, pathetic. And although it made a good meal, it was only merely a snack.
War blood god.
You see, in the most uncanny fashion you could imagine, a large toothy grin display on his face that quite literally, and you know how big those lizard heads are, it reaches from ear to ear, like ear hole to ear hole, and like a giant toothy grin as he licks his own teeth. And you can see there's no white, there's no yellow on these teeth, it's only pure red. They are covered in old stains of blood, and they are now permanently pink and red as he licks them off, and he's just like,
you intrigue me so.
How did you like
the joy of being on the hunt.
And that's he's joined our party now?
he holds puts away his greatsword on his back, like his giant chainsaw, and he sort of like pukes, like gargles out the small skull, like an old thing that he's eaten, into his hand as like the blood and mucus and like past remains of a meal sort of like throw up on his hand. You can see parts of a heart still somehow beating as they all kind of slip out of his grasp, and he holds it out for you to shake.
It's a deal.
He takes it and shakes his hand.
Okay, yeah, it is a very like squeamish feeling. Have you ever felt a cow's heart in science class?
No.
Have you ever dissected a frog?
Yes.
It's like that, but like twice as slimy and almost like it's breathing.
Ew.
And it's still warm.
They're gonna like poke it and go, oh, that's a neat heart. I haven't heard one of those things a type like this before.
You think that's my hand? Adorable.
And he opens his grasp. You actually see the hand of what looks like an infant creature.
Oh god.
Just in there, still somehow wriggling around.
Ooh, lovely.
As he like tilts his hand up and all of it falls off, he licks his hand again, and then uses it to like smear a blood plaster war paint over his face. And you can tell from what his design was, he's done this to himself millions of times just to wipe it off, not even to look badass, just to, like put it somewhere. And he like pats his chainsaw on his back, and he's just like,
So, where did you come from? I know your scent and it's not from here. I can tell. I've been here all my life. 27 years. I have never smelled a scent as fresh, so intoxicating, so curious as to what you could be. Who are you?
We came from outer space.
What the fuck is that?
You see up there? And they put straight up.
Would be
Out there.
Be better if
Beyond the sky.
I've always wondered what was up there. Or was it just some sappy blue, or some deep purple, or even the brightest of orange? I knew there was something up there nobody told me. Nobody dared to tell me. So I killed them all. They didn't dare let me out, no matter what I did. So you're finally giving me this chance. Are you?
that is correct.
Yeah. That would be correct.
and you'll see him like wheezing and laughing, his toothy grin appearing again as this sort of like snake-like tongue just dangles out of his mouth, like some blood still pulling out as he like slurps it all up and then swallows. He looks down.
Lead the way.
Alright, are we heading back towards the warship?
That's where you guys are taking me, are you not?
Yeah, let's go back towards the warship.
Alright, now, we can take a nice leisurely walk. We know the terrain by now. We're all fine. We've all seen the Elder Tour that this fucking place has to offer. We can roleplay this out. We can roleplay a little interaction.
So, I do a couple of, what did you call it? Space. I had a couple of you space primates, you apes, make it here.
We took a warship here. It should be around here somewhere.
Interesting. You.
Yeah, he looks over at Dice's character.
Won't take it.
I see. How secretive.
You may ask questions to him. He is an open book. He hasn't had company in ages.
Whoa.
What
favorite thing you've hunted?
I was literally about to ask that.
Oh, good one. Have you ever seen? Picture this in your mind. You know that building over there, the tallest one you can still see above the horizon? Twice as large. Under the water, bony, scalish armor. Longer than twice the length of me sword. I fought that fucker Swan.
Sounds like a basilisk.
I fought that fucker Spawn. Bone-plated armor that you could never penetrate within your lifespan. And yet I did. All 20 of them. 1/8 of its original size, but equally as intimidating. I tell you that much. But I tell you one thing. You never understand fear until you feel alive. It brought me good going that day. Though I'll admit it gets lonely around here.
Well, seeing it, my husband living out in the middle of nowhere, making hunts, yes, it would. No.
I say, there is one thing I'm most curious about. What did you acquire such interesting enhancements?
And he points down and sort of like lingers a giant claw over your gauntlets, just letting it trace. Not really making a scratch, but like lightly grazing over it in interest.
I found them in a chest after wasn't it a prison raid? I found them after a prison raid and just been upgrading them ever since.
A prison? Tell me you were kept in a cage.
Wait, what he said?
You tell me you were kept in a cage.
Not for long. Maybe 5 minutes.
Regardless, it's longer than I. How about you?
Dice's character or me?
Yep.
Dice's character?
How long have you been confined to a chain?
Oh no, I wasn't confined. I didn't let them.
You willingly submit. Why?
Oh! I was curious what they would do. And then they decided... it was boring, so I simply decided to just... abuse a dude so hard he killed himself.
It took 5 seconds of torture.
I'm assuming you aimed for... the testicles.
Correct.
That is correct. It is stupid.
Common tactic, dirty work. Too much of a mess. Just go for the head next time.
Oh no, it was much more fun to target there.
I guess I could see the appeal of enjoying playing with your food, but... is it not better to be a little... efficient?
Oh, they didn't deserve efficiency. They were not strong enough.
I see. Well then, I guess I won't question you. People have their own motive for hunting, I know that much. I hunt to live. Most others hunt to die. But you...
And he gets like a whiff of your scent, and his eyes seem to open a bit wider, and into like a cat-like state where the pupil slits, and he leans in with a sort of hot breath hitting your face.
I put a different kind of scent on you. You don't hunt for any normal meal, do you?
Ah. Well, that depends on what some others deserve.
Well, here's my hypothetical. What about you?
And he stops leaning in, and he just keeps walking forward ahead of you two, letting you think about it.
Was he talking to me, and what did he ask?
He was talking to Dice. He's just like,
If different people deserve different things and they get different results, then think about this. What about you?
and he sort of just starts walking ahead of them, sort of getting a general idea of where they're going.
I believe one day I'll be killed the same way I killed others for.
That's
Okay.
stupid.
But what if you can't be killed at all?
And after he says that, he's like done with that conversation.
They give a slight smile. To like them saying, what if you can't be killed at all?
He's just like, I assume I'm gonna die someday.
But what if you just don't?
And they just go, what the fuck do you know?
Yeah, they're just like, how do you know?
They're gonna. How would they know? How would they know? They know.
Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know.
They're gonna know.
One day.
Yay.
And yeah, basically he just left Dice with that fucking. He just left Dice's character with that fucking lore drop, and then just started walking ahead. He left him with that fucking thought. That's gonna destroy him.
What if you don't die? Well, I'll just become
No,
strong.
it's not what if you don't. It's just what if you can't.
If you can't, then I'll just
What if you
become
just
stronger.
simply can't? So, do you guys do anything, or do we just want to jump cut to where we get to the city?
Let's get to the city.
Dice, I want to know, what's your character's thoughts, like, after hearing that? Because they look at me like, what the fuck?
They're kind of just like, so in other words, so they're just kind of like, you're quite perceptive, aren't you? As like a way, because like the old tendencies kind of leaking through, where they're just like, I need to make sure I'm watching them.
Oh, so I'm just like the one character you're like, something's up here. Is basically what I'm hearing from you.
Can I roll perception to see anything about this guy?
Sure.
Anything about me?
Yes, like anything. Like if I could see through something, like if
What
it'll imply
specifically?
the whole "what if you can't die" thing.
I'll allow it.
Let's see if you can.
Roll
figure
perception.
out his lore. So roll.
Yeah, he's rolling
perception.
perception.
Yeah.
Succeed. I want the lore.
Where is it? Nat 20.
God damn.
Hell yeah.
Damn, I don't know how much I want to reveal to you. You see, as he says that, First of all, the way that he says it, you can tell it's not just a blank statement. Despite how savage and like metal this man may seem, this creature, this beast, you can tell that the scariest thing about him isn't his brawn, it's actually his brain. He is surprisingly very intelligent for what he may seem to be. And you can tell that he is very aware and that he has seen some shit despite only living for like perhaps compared to your species or what would be a fraction of your time. And you can see by just the way that his eye dilates, he sensed something in that person that you've been traveling with for a couple of weeks now that you haven't even considered just off their scent alone. This man has been doing this for a long while. He's seen some shit, so he knows some shit.
So what he's saying is,
and you can tell by the way that he walks, and you can tell by the way he walks, not only is he intelligent, he's a stalker. Despite being such a savage attacker, you could tell he's not really meant to stick out. His biology, you can see like the way his scales reflect and sort of change as he speaks. In the way that he like keeps himself in like a sort of stalkish movement, even the way he ran back there earlier, you can tell this man is a stealth killer. So he has the brain to know what the fuck is up, and he can study prey in like an instant.
Yep, and then what you can tell about them saying that is simply that it directly infers something, and you definitely also notice my character immediately react to that statement. Almost as if knowing
I
that.
can see your character like stop moving for a moment, like looking forward and then looking at me, just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you can tell my character like almost stopping for just a fraction of a second, but then immediately continue to walk, but then being more perceptive of them.
Wait, what the
Like you can
fuck?
tell that their eyes are squinting a bit more.
Like, what the fuck did he figure out of
Well, I don't want to tell you that yet, even though you did roll in that 20, just to save it.
Oh damn! It's just.
I'm so sorry. It's a
Can you
plot.
repeat what you did say?
Basically, he could tell that I noticed something off about you that he didn't really see at all. He doesn't exactly know what that is, and he can also tell that I'm not only strong, but the scariest feature about me is that I'm intelligent and I seem to be a stalker predator. Basically, I'm meant to stealth kill.
Was what your character had said about me.
Yeah.
And so what was the thing you said that had the reaction? Like the original statement, in case, because I don't think processed it.
Basically, the conversation was, well, I figure I'll die just exactly the way I killed those things. And then he said, but what if you can't?
Yeah. That's what it can't die.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's just like, what if you simply can't? And he leaned in when he said that. He leaned into their ear, but he did say it a bit loud. And it sort of rung in their head, and he just kept walking forward.
Does Drax hear it though?
Drax would hear it after like that high of a perception roll. Like they would zero in on that one line, sort of like muttering the conversation. He would hear that last little bit, and then he'd hear my line. Then he'd look over to see how Dice reacted, and you'd see him, and you see his character pause, and then immediately move again. But this time they're like focusing on me.
Yeah, I'm gonna focus on him too.
Oh, on me or them?
On you.
Okay, I'm a slight bit ahead of you guys since I kept walking and I didn't pause.
He now has 2 pairs of eyes glued to his neck.
Could I roll perception to see if my character would notice that?
Yeah, I'd say do it.
Yeah.
Oh, great. That's a really good roll. Dear God. That is a 29.
What?
29. So, You would see that while you two seem to stare at him, over time, about like you would see like over the course of 5 seconds, his scales change from like his normal like pallid yellow and like brownish black to like a sort of red, and he would and his back frills would like spike up, and you would see like his spine sort of shake and like get a tingle, and he would whisper something back, but it would be just loud enough for you both to hear. He would say,
Staring off the yard, aren't you?
Wait, what?
he's like,
Am I that? Am I sticking out that much?
Also, I have another question. Can I judge if the scale changing, is it based off emotion? And if so, can I keep track of what it is?
you can see, but you can tell it's not emotion. He's changing it intentionally to give you a warning.
Drax kind of just wait. Do I have to? Is there
It's
an
it's
intimidation?
it's like
check?
it's like an instinctual warning. It's just a matter of fact. Like,
Is it like? Is that like intimidation tactics?
I wouldn't say intimidation, because he's not really the intimidating type. He would just kill you outright if he really felt like it. And he made a deal with you guys. He's not gonna break it.
I'm gonna use minor centered specifically on just you. Insanely quiet, but I'm centering it right on your ear. Just so that
what are you gonna do now?
ear. I'm using minor illusion, casting directly right on your ear at such a low volume that no one could hear it, except for you, who has it almost like a whisper right in your ear. And I'm gonna say,
Alright, go ahead.
consider a warning for both of us then.
You would hear him chuckle, just. Like just a low, like sort of chuckle to himself, as he like scratches his bicep with his claws that would normally dig in the creatures, but you see them like sort of run across his skin just normally. He's pretty damn armored, but he does acknowledge that. It's not really a warning to you, as a matter of fact. It's more like communication, like,
Be careful now. Those who see that much of me usually don't see much after that.
which is basically like anyone who sees that much of his body is usually already dead by that point.
Yep, and then Yoi is still like flying along in the air, the usual.
Yep. Okay, have you been flying the whole time, or have you been like, did you walk and then start flying whenever you notice we say that?
I was flying just along the ground, and then now I'm flying a bit higher, watching the surroundings and stuff.
Listening to like keep your space slightly.
I'm on the ground with Ginger.
And it's what the hell am I looking?
I knocked my dice off the table and rolled a 19.
What?
I knocked my dice off the table and rolled a 19.
What exactly? Oh yeah.
I didn't roll for anything. I thought I just said it like.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, no. Basically, what you notice about the guy is, he's very knowledgeable, and while savage, he is not an idiot. That's basically what the gist of it is. He's got a lot of hunting experience. Unless you guys want to roleplay a little more, find out a little more, I will let you.
I'm not really a roleplay.
Me and Des could do it. You could observe a little bit, learn.
Yeah.
Alright, Des, you ready to roleplay the fuck out of each other?
Sure.
Alright. You may start. You're flying above me after that little comment. You could whisper telepathically. I already know you can.
True. So, well, I can't normally whisper telepathically directly, to be fair.
If you do want to keep information hidden in character, but not like out of character, I will fully let you do it this one time. I think it's cool as fuck. Me personally.
Absolutely, and to be fair, I do as well. It's fucking cool.
Fuck yeah. Alright, plus we're not breaking the game, it's just fun. Alright. Here we go then.
I'd consider both of us quite dangerous people. Do you think other people would agree on that?
I think the other people are already too dead to tell us their second opinion.
Yeah, that much is true, at least.
I know what you're thinking. I can hear your thoughts squirming in your head, trying to learn about make sense. I don't even need to communicate to you verbally. I think you know exactly what I mean.
Yeah, I'm sure we both would.
Well, I'll tell you right now. The answers you're looking for are coming later. I'm not going to swear on the first night.
Neither am I.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You're really shit at keeping a secret.
Not a secret I was trying to keep, to be fair.
Then why did you look so shocked?
First time someone's found out just through a smell.
I'll give you that one. I am a unique take, I assume.
Oh, definitely. Well, that's
Though I will say, those wings of yours, they don't look like they belong in your body now, do they?
What did you say?
He said those wings of yours, they don't look like they belong in your body now, do they?
Well, they are supposed to be there. 'Cause I was born with them, to be fair.
I wouldn't say that's what I meant, more like... How should I put this? They don't fit your current form.
Yeah, that's what happens when... That's what happens after you die. They've kind of changed a tad.
Tad! Don't get over yourself. I count at least 5 killing slashes on you. And that's just on the surface. Uneaten by your armor, your skin. I wonder how many would be on you if I just simply shaded the layers.
Well, that'd be quite fun to find out.
Your idea of fun is way different than mine.
Ah. Curious, what would you do if you had...
What would I do?
What would he do if he had what?
wings?
I wouldn't need them. I'd tear them right the fuck off.
Sadly, I don't even have that option. They'll just come back.
Interesting. so I'm sure you wouldn't mind.
And even though he's talking in your head, he silently looks up at you. His eyes like dilate fully into black, and he like licks his lizard lip very slowly, and then retracts it, getting like a whiff of it.
Can I notice y'all are talking to each other?
We're talking to each other telepathically, but you would see me just randomly look up and then lick my fucking lips at them.
So, in other words, you can interpret what that means.
In multiple
roll
different
for
ways.
perception? Can I roll for perception?
No, I want your character to just say what the fuck they would think that is. Sexual, predatory, anything.
He's currently thinking someone's a freak.
Of nature, yeah.
Yeah.
So what would he look over him, like, kind of, like, wince or, like, cringe and, like, looking at him do that?
Here, I'm gonna send a gift.
Oh, God. It's gonna be atrocious.
You're gonna send Jiff back in?
Yo, Jiff. Jiff is back.
Already?
That's his reaction.
Sorry, who smelled like barbecue? I'm just up.
Oh, that.
I just gotta open the chat, see what this motherfucker
He
thinks.
kind of cringed at it.
He would look at him like that, just like, ooh.
I mean, I would too.
Dice, how does your character react?
Alright, time to drug you up. I will be back.
They're likely thinking, like, seeing that and just going, they're either thinking about taking my wings, it's either sexual or they're thinking of taking my wings, and I don't know which or if it's both.
And what does your face read as?
It kind of gives like a morbid curiosity look.
Okay. He like looks up at them, seeing that morbid curiosity, and decides to just sort of like keep the tongue out and just like get little flicks of scent intentionally, and just to like tease their curious mind to try and see if they could sort of ward them off them a little bit, only for pure trolling reasons. He doesn't interact with people this much, but he is like just straight up a troll.
Understandable. It's a lot of fun to troll with people, and the less they interact, the more they're gonna want to troll during those interactions.
Oh yeah, no. This is he's not a freak, but he is definitely like one of the.
I can see him being a rage baiter.
No, he just gets in the brawlhalla, he plays Queen Nai and insta-locks her. And then he slowly looks over to his opponent to see their face. Guys, how much would you hate this guy if he insta-locked Queen Nai and she had a yellow name because she was level 100?
I would just give a sigh of sadness.
Why is that a good character or a bad character?
Any character in the game. It's the scum character of Brawlhalla. Oh, and you know damn well he has the WWE crossover. He's an asshole. Anyway, yeah, no, y'all can, Doom, can you take over narration? Because, like, we need to get back to the ship, and honestly, it's getting late. I need to go.
It's a
Yeah,
weapon.
I just got finished drugging this dog up for the final time. So, yeah.
Oh, God.
You're lagging. Really bad.
So, you have arrived on the battleship.
Long rest?
Yes.
Hell yeah, I get my key points. I can no longer at 4.
He sort of places his hand on it. He's like,
What is this?
What's this? What's this?
What's this? What's this? There's white shit everywhere.
anyway,
Yeah, that would 100% be it.
yeah. So, basically make it back into the ship, and I'm just kind of finding my spot to, like, reside, I suppose.
There's plenty of places to reside, if you were listening in.
Is there anything that resembles somewhat of, like, a perch or, like, a plateau?
The bird's nest.
I'm going to immediately take high ground on the crow's nest, but I'm not going to climb with the ladder. I'm going to climb... Okay, have you guys ever seen, like, a gecko climb walls?
You are not stealing my spot. I immediately seeing you go to climb up there, dash there, through the air.
I hate to say it, Dice, but my character was faster than you. He crawled all the way up that crow's nest, and then is now, like, sitting on the perch.
The fight over the crow's nest.
I just like grab the bottom.
You grab the what now?
Like I'm holding onto the bottom of it and just hanging upside down.
He grabbed the bottom, which is you.
Ow, okay, fuck. No need to call me out like that on stream, my guy. Kind of wild. So yeah,
Oh, kinky.
anyway, nah, that does not happen.
I feel like you've done worse
It is
things
not
on stream.
canon
or
now nor
recording.
never.
Thinking that it's canon now.
It's canon
No,
now!
it's not, motherfucker. No, it's not. I did not say the thing. You guys are saying my thing without me and my permission. No, it is not canon and never will be.
It's canon.
Too bad. It's canon now.
Do you want the giant lizard savage to have sex with you?
Maybe. Morbid curiosity, motherfucker.
Maybe. It's crazy.
Fine, I'll go for dick size. Anyway,
I mean, there's a size that he's probably seen in the reverse Spencers.
He's only covered in bones.
So always hard.
Boner man.
I am people. I am literally a raging boner.
Doom, question. Since
Answer.
I'd obviously normally revive after 24 hours after death, that whole thing, right? Would you say parts of my body that are completely damaged, taken off, shit like that, after 24 hours will just restore?
I'd say yeah, probably.
Basically on a long rest. And then I'm just gonna look at them and go, I wanna rip off my wings.
What are you offering now?
This is some kinky shit, bro.
I've never had somebody wanting me to split them in half before.
Oh my god.
Are you sure? I
Oh,
noticed that gentle type.
That's fine, just the wings.
He immediately grabs onto where they attach to your body and takes all 4 of them off in one giant grab.
As they're like, pop,
Kinky. We love it.
where there should be blood, there's almost none, and immediately stopping bleeding, I'm just like, oh, I got that. Well, leave those on the side, we're gonna see what happens. If need be, we can reattach.
Why do you want me to have much reattach them once I have my snack?
And he lays back in the crow's nest lazily, almost like a king eating grapes, just dangling the wings over his face and just chomping them up like chicken wings.
Yep, I'm
By the way, what do they
I'm
taste like? Describe the taste to me.
Rotting flesh.
Rotting flesh.
Oh, come on, that's boring. Come on.
I mean, yeah, true.
Besides, it wouldn't be rotting. The thing is, their body is legitimate.
Smash? Anyway.
So
What happened?
think about literally eating an equivalent to a more physical ghost.
Oh, so it has like this
Oh, they're just
almost
eating
like.
plasma, basically.
So I'm basically eating cold plasma.
In a way, yes. It'd be like
Okay.
weird. It'd be weirdly soft. The flavor, I'm not 100% sure on, because they were originally elven.
Chicken.
Hear me out, right? I want to make the cliche movie comment. I think you know exactly which one.
Do it.
He's like eating it. Even though the texture is weird, he doesn't really seem to mind it, and he licks his mouth. He's just like,
Oh god.
he's just like,
Tastes like chicken.
Wouldn't be surprised. They're a pair of wings, to be fair.
Kilobytes.
What?
he said, care for a bite.
Fuck it, I'm curious.
He grabs one with his tail and like dangles it over where you're hanging upside down.
Yep, and then they're just gonna like take off a chunk. Take a bite. God, that's a unique texture. Jesus.
You've never eaten your own flesh before? I'm surprised.
Well, not yet. Now I have.
Well, yeah, obviously.
So indeed. It's almost like
And you can see he's chewing it almost like a gum. And funny enough, it's like connected to every tooth at this point, like almost like a strand. And he attempts to like exhale, and it does blow into a giant bubble of like flesh, and it pops.
Oh god.
That just needs to be an animation.
And he just goes,
tastes like liver mixed with the consistency of a snake. Titanoboa, to be exact.
That's fun.
If that's what you call fun, then be all my guest.
And I'm sure you think the same thing, so.
I like you.
You're what?
he just like hears all the like sort of like desensitized shit they're saying. He's like,
I like you.
Guys are gonna be boyfriend girlfriend now. Crazy. Anyway.
no, not at all. No romance between these two. Hell nah.
Yeah,
That
makes
sounds difficult. So
It sounds what?
difficult.
I mean,
That
yeah,
would be
7'4" lizard. And
that would be a toxic relationship.
it would. It'd just
You
be
make a
like,
good point.
it's just like, honey dearest, may I have another one of your phones?
Yeah, them just walking up, tearing off like a chunk of wing, and I'm just like, the fuck? And it's just like, you'll get it back. It's fine.
He's like, what? Give it a day. I'm hungry.
And then he fucking bets it. Yeah, no, that would not work. Chat, if anyone has ever started the secret fandom of Ropes, please do not draw NSFW ship art of the giant lizard and the weird woman angel thing. Do
Somebody's gonna
not.
fucking do it. Somebody's gonna fucking do it.
I already know if Space Watch is just, she's gonna do it. No, don't lick him now. Anyway,
You have no idea what I'm about to do, bro.
Come on.
Shit, if you do that, I'm going to kill you.
Jen, I'm morbidly curious. You should do it anyways.
No dice.
Don't do it.
I
Don't
mean, I
you
didn't
dare
allow
do
you
it
guys
at
to
the
murder
same
each other, so.
time.
I'm going
Yeah.
to specifically ask her to join.
Good luck giving her the fucking scaly made of bones. I'm like some of it. Oh yeah, Dice, how tall is your character?
Oh yeah, look at how many items I have in Brawlhalla.
Jesus Christ. Hey, Dice, how tall is your character?
I'm checking. Joy. 5'5". But they're
7'4".
yeah, but their wingspan is fucking massive. You have to remember that.
I don't even care about the wait. Oh wait a damn minute. Hold on. He's just chewing on these giant ass wings. Oh, that's
have to
beautiful.
remember that
You have to realize
Olimar-
my total wingspan in terms of just width was like twice the previous dude, Hippo.
I'm just gonna say Olimar.
I think just as tall.
I'm just gonna say Olimar don't
But
need
also
wings to
one.
fly here.
Each
What do you want?
individual wing, remember there's 4 of them,
Lay
were
down.
like the size of him.
Lay down.
And I ripped out
Big-
all of
Go
them
lay
and
down.
started eating them like grapes.
Good enough. Lay down.
You're eating
Lay down.
wings like where every single wing, not even a single wing, every single feather is like a chicken
Lay down.
nugget.
It's beautiful.
Lay down.
Anyway, yeah, so everybody's just chillaxing on the ship. They have their area. My character is basically like on instinct, sleeping in the highest spot, so
Lay down.
he basically gets the most sun. Dice is hanging off like a vampire, and then Shen, I have no idea where the hell he is.
In my own space. Probably training. We're on the warship, right? That we found?
Yeah.
I'm in the monastery punching on some dummies. Maybe doing some soul searching in there too. You know, it is a monastery.
Okay, it muted me. Anyway, but yes, there would. Ugh. Alright, so,
Where
where to?
Man.
Are we finally going to my planet?
Yes. It is time to head to the world of the Asmar.
The Viltrumites.
The Viltrumites, the
Nah.
Asimar, they are basically the same thing in this universe now.
Yes.
That's why I said Asimar were there. You basically just saw fallen comrades.
Yep.
People who tried to conquer, so they went to conquer the big thing to get it out of the way first, and they just got fucking acid bitched.
I did not fucking wailed on it. Came out alive.
Only thing you had that they didn't was gas mask.
Yeah, my gas mask is off now.
I'd assume.
Well, yeah.
I
You're on
feel
a
like
ship.
I need to mention that.
Alright, and Doom, close it out, man.
What, someone else has everywhere to be? Alright, fine. But yes, this shall be the end. Well, fuck. This shall be the end of the session.
Cool. Do
How-
we level up?
Twice, yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit.
So you're what, level 15 now?
Nope. Yep.
15.
Never mind. 15. Yep.
5 steps closer to getting to level 20, and I'm going to be fearing for my life after that point.
Hey, Dice. What's your level 20 build looking like?
Don't even.
Don't worry about it.